Jerk! Let's go! Cam's a shit kicker, 2 bombs in the lead. Soul Dragon Cougar's no time for fatigue. And he's a shit talker, stirring up the show. Never played a shift, but he's ready to go.
The Cam and Strick Podcast is brought to you by Stifel, one of America's fastest growing wealth management and investment banking firms. Rooted in St. Louis, where success meets success. Welcome into the Cam and Strick Podcast, presented by Stifel, episode number
398.
Yoink.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
It's the Noah's Ark out there.
Fucking rain, 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 rain. Earthquakes, rain, tsunamis, UFOs, murders in St. Louis. Jesus, Murphy.
You believe?
God. I don't care yet.
Do you believe?
Yes, I do.
In
Yeah.
UFOs?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Why don't you care?
Because I'm not worried about them right now. You know what I'm worried about? Getting fucking robbed by a 15-year-old that kills me and Kate for our fucking cell phones or our car. That's what scares me more than anything. Somebody coming to my house, although I live way out yonder. I worry about that more than, and if an alien comes and fucks with me at my house, then I'm going to be like, some bitch.
So
Then I'm going to be like, some bitch.
we have a
some bitch.
like a Bigfoot or something in my backyard that is grabbing a wiffle ball. It's in my backyard, and in the morning, it's outside of my yard. In the morning, 3 days in a row, the wiffle ball. I go back, and so now I've been like putting the wiffle ball back into the backyard.
Now that he's got that hot tub, that's Praveen creeping out, acting like he's fucking borrowing the wiffle ball bat. He's creeping you out, and you need to put your foot down.
Well, he doesn't
No.
like it when I get new things. So he doesn't.
How do you know?
Oh, because he comes outside and starts talking to everybody.
Yeah.
Whoever's
What's
like
going
coming,
on over there?
Whoever's
Yeah.
working on my house,
I get that
he
from
comes out. And
that's
he,
neighbors
and,
are like that.
oh, he's not doing it, dude. He's not coming in my backyard.
No, it's a Bigfoot.
Or a UFO
You
or
better
somebody.
get some fucking trees.
An animal.
You better get some trees. I don't trust him because the hot tub looks damn good in your backyard.
Thank you.
It looks damn good.
It looks
I
better
didn't
than you
know-
thought it would be.
I thought it was going to be way too big. I thought it was going to be against the house.
Yeah.
No, it's perfect. That's a perfect spot. They did a damn good job.
It's-
Spas and more. What's up, girl? Let's go. I just did a commercial for you.
It's
Half naked.
custom.
Yeah, it is. Custom. That thing's
yeah.
expensive as shit.
She sent me a couple of those
Fucking-
commercials, and she's like wanting me to post it, which I'll do anything for you, Angie. But
She has those out
you-
already?
it's just your voice.
Wait, no.
So you're
no.
that's for you to post.
No. What are you talking
She
about?
wants me to share these videos of you telling people to come down to this home show, which is very important. But
Wait,
I'm
this
saying,
is so completely different what I just did.
no, it's not. Let me play it for you.
No. This had nothing to do with that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What are you talking about?
You're doing it. What she told me what you did was for the Battlehawks playoff game on Channel 2 this past weekend. Did you see it?
That was just my recording.
Oh.
They're keeping all the. You need to fucking. You don't know shit about shit. So this, whatever. He always tries to think that they're talking to me. They want you to do more, Cam. Calm down. So anyway, lot going on, dude.
Hot tub and swim spa blowout sale this weekend at the
This
St.
is
Charles
audio.
Convention Center. Over 25 American-made units on display. Immediate delivery and financing available. For more info, call 1-800-SPA-SALE.
Oh, good.
Yeah, they did it.
You did a good job on that.
Thank you. I'm pretty good
Did you
at that kind
try
of
to
stuff.
start it by saying, Cam Jansen here?
No, I said this is Andy Strickland. But you know what a fucked up story is? And we're going to get into
There's a
hockey here.
lot of them right now.
And because Andy has to go through what I'm going to talk about, and then he acts like he knows what I was going to talk about. But there's this weird thing that went down. Another fucking private jet crashed.
Oh.
Engine failure. And there's more to the story, and I'll get to it in 1 second. It won't be too long. But if you really look at the video, it's really, man, they didn't really burn out the fuel because they couldn't do it. And they thought, man, I thought they were going to be okay. And all of a sudden, just their landing gear caught a little bit, hit the fucking thing, boom. 2 pilots
Hey,
died.
what thing?
Their
The landing gear caught what?
They weren't on the runway. They missed it. They're like on the side of the runway.
So this
it was
is the
bumpy.
end of the flight.
They probably took off, engine failure, came back around like Greg Biffle did and would kill his family, and like couldn't make it on the runway. So they were just fucked up, and it was a little bit off the side, and their landing gear hit like I mean, when you're on the grass like that, it's boom, boom, boom,
So
boom.
if you land on the grass, like,
Ooh, it's tough. It's tough. You bounce that engine off the fucking ground one time with all that gas in there, boom, explodes, kills both.
Why doesn't that happen when you hit the concrete?
It does.
But it doesn't explode the plane.
Well, the concrete's a lot smoother when you have tires landing on it. When you land on grass, bumpy, uneven grass, your fucking tail goes this way, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
If you look at the video.
Yeah.
But that plane was headed to pick up Yadier Molina and his family.
Oh, he was going to be on the plane too? So the plane was coming to pick him up.
Yep. And from Dominican to Puerto Rico or whatever it was to pick up Yadi and his family.
He's Puerto Rican, so...
Wow.
Damn.
That's a scary one right there, homie.
That is scary.
Really fucking scary. Yeah. A lot of weird shit, man. A lot of weird shit going on. It just
so
is.
they say traveling by plane is safer than car.
It is, for sure. Planes are fucking safe. I just get obsessed with the plane crashes because there's always something that went down. I'm curious to see.
So,
like, give me an example.
Was it mechanical failure? Was this a pilot error? What was it?
We got to look at the black box. It's so much. We don't know yet. It takes months, dude. But I do know what happened to Greg Biffle.
Did the pilot die?
Oh, yeah, both of them. Just two people. Good thing it wasn't packed.
It was probably his personal pilot.
Yeah, you rent these things.
No, if you're a big dog, you have your own pilot.
You have a bunch of different ones that you use, you know. Those guys are fucking busy too. If you're fucking flying all the time, they're busy as well.
I know people that they just that's their personal pilot. They pay him a full-time salary.
Sure. And the Stewies.
So no matter when you got to go, he's ready to go.
But I've seen, okay. But you have to pay for them everywhere you go too. They get held up into a hotel and stuff like that. So whoever you bring when you're flying private, you're paying for the pilots and the fucking
dinner,
everything.
Of course.
So you got to put them up somewhere and stuff like that. But but we don't know what happened to this one. But we did know what happened to Greg Biffle because he had that fucking 20-year-old kid.
Was he the golfer?
No.
Baseball player? What is he?
He's a NASCAR player.
NASCAR, okay.
NASCAR driver.
Yeah.
And he had his buddy flying him. And he had his kid in the co-pilot, and they fucked up, and he had no idea what to do. Now his ex-wife is suing everybody. Oh, God almighty.
Oh, God.
Ex-wife?
Yeah. Or widow?
His daughter, her daughter that they had before his next marriage was on that flight and died.
What do you mean his daughter?
Greg Biffle had a wife before.
Okay.
They had sex. They had a kid.
Okay.
Then the kid was on the flight with his new wife. On that plane.
Oh, the new wife was on the plane who passed away too. So there was an ex-wife. She's not a widow.
She wasn't. She is now. Well, whatever. But yeah, her daughter died that they had with Greg previous marriage. I know. I'd sue the shit out of him too, Andy.
What are you
got a
what
fucking
are you
20
suing for?
Negligence.
For not having two pilots on the plane.
Well, not having a secure, proper pilot in the co-pilot seat.
I think there is regulation and there's guidelines that
they fucked up. They fucked up.
But who's she gonna sue?
Well, probably the airline. You know, the family. I don't know. I don't know how that works, man. It's just horrible.
I hate hearing about
Sorry
that,
about it.
Especially since I'm getting on a flight in 2 days.
You're okay, dude. No, you worry about your driving more than anything. There's nothing you could do, man. Like, these commercial flights aren't fucking dropping that much. You see it here and there. I always bring it up because I'm curious about it. Can I ask you something about your kids?
Sure.
Do they have e-bikes or e-scooters?
Okay.
I see these fucking kids. They're going 35 miles an hour on this little thing like, I'm like, if they fucking hit one little thing, they're tossing and turning.
We were just talking to Jason Blake about this because his son likes to go on his e-bike. My nephew does, and he picks up Ivy on the e-bike all the time, and she goes on this e-bike with him, and I get so pissed. There's kids, they're like a little motorcycle gang. Cam.
I know.
There's 4 or 5 of them. They show up at the house all the time. They're in Chloe's grade, and they show up. When Chloe has the girls over, they come over. This was pre-hot tub. They haven't done this since the hot tub. But I
Green
did.
Giants.
Angie hooked me up with this little powder that you put in after people get out that like cleans it all out and everything. So I use it every time.
I wouldn't worry about that. You can clean the shit out of that, dude.
I'm just saying these dirty ass kids getting in my hot tub. You know what I mean?
Clean it, dude. You'll clean it easy.
So and with Spas and More, they send a crew out once a week to clean it out too.
Yeah.
So, dude, I'm all set. It's the cleanest hot tub going.
So Kate and I were driving
but
the other
they're
day.
very dirty. And let me just say this real quick. So a friend of mine, and he's a farm boy, dude. Like he grew up out yonder.
Oh yeah, where?
Further than Sullivan.
Oh yeah. Sullivan's farther.
Okay. And grew up.
Good. I'm glad you have some Sullivan
He's
friends.
got this farm. I've been out to the farm millions of times, and his kid and he grew up riding dirt bikes and whatever. So the kid's been on
Yeah,
dirt bikes
he
since
knows
he's
the
a young
balance.
kid.
Yep.
Four-wheelers galore. You go
Yep.
out to the farm, everyone's on four-wheelers
Shit,
and whatever.
yeah.
It's like everyone loves it. But the kid has an e-bike like a lot of other kids do. My nephew has an e-bike now too, and he got hit by a car.
Andy,
I would say about a month ago, he got hit by a car, and he is so lucky because the car hit him going really fast on Manchester on a busy road.
that's where I see him.
Yeah.
You guys, if you don't know,
And all
Manchester
he
Road's
did
one
was-
of the busiest roads in
All he
Missouri.
did was break a toe, dude.
Dude, these kids, and they're young, and Kate and I are driving. We're going somewhere, and they're driving, and they're not even looking when the sign goes. They don't know if there's somebody that's not paying attention, and they're young, and there's a group, like a gang, like a biker gang, and they're going right by. We're like, oh my God. This isn't out yonder in Sullivan where you have rolling hills and you're okay and blah, 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 blah. You get stuck out there. Yeah, you got to go to the hospital and stuff like that. There's cars and traffic and people that I wouldn't trust with my kids at that age driving these fucking things. They go 30 miles an hour. They're passing through fucking traffic. It's really, really... It's a weird thing, man. It really is. But then you look back at what we did in the 80s, in the 90s. Like, we were fucking doing crazy shit all the time. So this is like the new age,
No, it's
kinda
the new
loud,
age
weird.
bike.
Yeah, it's
we used
weird,
to just
man.
ride bikes all over. I'd go on Olive. I'd cross
I
Olive
wouldn't
on my
see,
bike. You know what I mean?
My bike, I was way out there, so I didn't
Yeah.
have to worry about traffic.
Yeah.
That's what's scary, the most scary thing possible. Somebody
Yeah.
else not on their phone, not paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
You got to be
Anyway,
aware.
I didn't mean to. Sorry. Yeah, it's all good.
Well,
There's just some
so
weird
anybody,
shit.
anybody who has an e-bike, I won't let Ty get one.
He's playing hockey.
I'm just not doing it.
He's playing hockey. Okay. I went over to Andy's house the other day, and Ty was with his buddies in their neighborhood, and they were selling popsicles and lemonade. I hooked him up.
I know. Did you?
I hooked him
Would
up.
you give him
babe. Gave him
$5?
$5. You gave me. I wanted a purple one. I got a purple popsicle. I said hey to him. It was really cute.
Yeah.
It put a smile on my face.
That's old school, you know? Have
Hell yeah.
Lemonade
Make
stands.
that money, baby.
Yeah.
I
Lemonade
love
stands.
seeing that. That was really cute, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Okay.
So
good.
anyway, no big deal, baby. What's
There's
up?
a earthquake. That's
Yeah, it's a lot of people are going to be dying. It's a 7.8.
how come they can't? Okay, easy. You don't.
It's a 7.8.
Oh, it already happened. So
Do you
the-
think? Wait. Do you think I could predict fucking earthquakes?
Why can't you?
Do you? It's
not
tough to
you,
do.
but why can't
It's
people?
tough-
Why can't the
It's
scientists do
tough
it?
to do. It's already tough fucking predicting tornadoes.
What can you predict? Tornadoes, right?
You could predict hurricanes because you see them coming from thousands
Hurricanes
of
for
miles away,
sure.
but you still don't know exactly where they're going to go.
Blizzards,
Blizzards, yeah, you see two fucking
avalanche. Can't predict.
No, but you could blow those up and they could come down and do it naturally. Tornadoes are hard still, but you know if there's fucking danger areas, earthquakes might be the toughest. You're talking about the continental plate like this.
So it just happens
Do you
out of nowhere.
Do you know
Do you
what?
know-
Wait, can you? Do you know how an earthquake happens? Let me explain it to you real quick.
I feel like I was just in one not
What
too long
happened?
ago.
Do you know how it happens?
It's
How can you not know this?
I do know.
What happens?
It's like the equator, like a lot of stuff that has to do with that. It's the Earth's pressure coming together, compounding that creates the
What happens?
crack in the Earth.
Do you know how mountains are formed?
It's from earthquakes.
No,
Don't give me trick questions.
it's not.
You're
Listen,
giving me trick
the
questions.
the crust of the earth is moving nonstop. And whenever India, the fucking mountains, the Himalayas, and all that stuff,
Where?
it's when fucking crust goes like this. It goes goosh, thousands, millions, and millions of years.
Like Mount
But-
Everest?
But an earthquake's like this, and all of a sudden it's pushing. It goes, gang, and all of a sudden and this
So it
is
slips up.
100 miles wide, and all of a sudden goes blap, and all this crust goes whoosh, and it poops. It's like blap in the middle of the ocean, and all of a sudden you don't see it goes 500 miles an hour. And you don't even notice it until it hits a continental shelf, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and then all these people, all this water gets sucked out if you're on the beach, and they're like, "What's going on around here?" Watch fucking 2004, goddamn Boxing Day earthquake and tsunami killed over 250,000 people.
Where was that?
That was all over Southeast Asia, baby.
Yeah, right.
Fucking killed.
On Boxing Day? They
Yes.
celebrate that
And-
there?
I don't know. It was Boxing Day. I
Isn't
was
it
in
the day after Christmas?
Yes, I was in Albany, New York, playing for the Devils, and I was in their little fucking. And we're
Dude.
watching this thing live, and so anyway, the water just all of a sudden it's fucking 50 feet, and it just comes in and sucks.
I'm not
everything
just
out.
saying this, but I was
Scary.
out of town recently, and there was an earthquake that night.
You know, there's earthquakes all the time.
And they're like, "Did you guys feel that earthquake last night?" And I didn't feel it, but other people did. And there's been times when I have felt the earth shake.
we felt it here in Missouri.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
because
like
of
pans are rattling and stuff like
because
that.
of the New Madrid fault that's going to rock us back in the 1800s.
But I thought
the Mississippi River flowed back.
there was a guy predicting an earthquake.
They know.
years ago.
They know when the shelf is hitting each other so much to where it's going to fucking pop eventually. They just don't know the exact date and time.
I tried to guess there. I apologize. I don't want to sound like too dumb there.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Andy,
not everyone knows what. Not everyone knows what creates an earthquake.
I didn't even go to school, and I know that.
Dude, I did not.
Like, where'd you go?
I did not do great.
If you need to break down how a tornado works, that's a
day.
difficult fucking thing. There's so much to it. It's incredible. Earthquakes, not so much.
Yeah.
So anyway, all good. There's a lot of drama in hockey too. A lot of drama. What's the biggest story in your opinion, Andy? I gotta get you right here.
Yeah.
I gotta get you back to
I know.
normal Andy.
Because like you asked me why
the equator.
Do you know
we're
that
not taking that out?
Do you
by
know
the
when
way.
yeah, we might have to, but
No.
when I was a kid, like in school, I would draw hockey nets all over my notebook and my paper, and hockey sticks and pucks and hockey nets. And I would just draw these nets. And I really regret it now because it's interesting. My kids, like Chloe, Ivy, and Ty, are all basically like straight A students, dude. It's amazing, you know, that they get straight A's. And
I mean, they're 10.
yeah, but
it's good.
no, 15 years old. Chloe, I mean, high school, dude, straight A's, 4.0.
Good.
And I just never was that dedicated to my schooling back then. Now, in college, I was, and I got very good grades in college.
What'd you learn?
I learned a
what?
lot in college. I will say.
You learned learning?
I learned a lot.
You learning something?
You learn.
Did you learn?
I learned a lot in college.
I know
honestly.
you did.
I did.
I know you did.
More so than high school.
Yeah.
High school, I just didn't have great educators.
It's okay. We don't need to
Didn't
get
really
into
pay
that.
much of it.
all
Pay
good.
much attention. It's not a distraction.
You're wheeling.
It's a lot of
When
distraction.
you're fucking wheeling like that, baby.
But
Gotta go out.
yeah. But in college, I don't know. I was just you get to pick your classes.
Yeah.
You're
No, it's
studying what
different.
you want to study. And I will
Certainly
say, like, that my journalism, I got a journalism degree. And my journalism class, dude, I learned a lot.
Probably,
dude.
yeah.
I will say, doing that and then working at the radio station, not only that I started at in college, but also here in town, it just gave me such a head start.
You
dude.
live and learn on that one. That fucking
Where all
radio.
these other guys who didn't go through that experience, and they really don't know how to write. They don't know a lot of things.
But you can only learn so much. You have to go and just experience being
Well,
on
when
radio
you
and
work
stuff.
at a major station, and when shit goes down, and you're on deadline, and you're
Shit,
there
yeah.
in a major newsroom
Yep.
on 9/11, like I was,
Ooh,
and you
yeah.
just you see all that. Jack Buck dying, Daryl Kyle dying, and you get breaking news on the spot.
Yeah. There's a lot of
there's a lot
Cardinals
of
guys
stuff
that died.
experience that I had.
Yeah,
Working in a
exactly.
major newsroom. They tried to get me to they tried to push me into news all the time, Cam. They were like, "You'd be so good at news." I'm like, I love sports, so it's so much easier. You guys are always stressed out, you're always in bad moods and whatever. But you know, like I loved chasing news stories too.
Oh, fucking God. All right.
Okay.
All right. We got it. No big deal.
Did you like that, or did you?
Chasing news?
I didn't want to do it,
I'd fucking rather chase news, probably.
but like when
Not in St. Louis,
but
so
like
shit.
when Michael Devlin,
Oh my God.
pizza boy, the pizza guy who kidnapped that little boy.
Two boys. The
Two
pizza,
of them.
The
I know.
The pizza guy in Kirkwood, where we kind of like we know so many people
Yeah,
live,
yeah.
had these two abducted a little
For
boy
years.
for years. Had him
Had him hidden in his
Stockholm syndrome, where the kid's like, "I can't leave. You're my master."
house. Mm.
Ay ay ay. Michael Devlin. Jesus, that
Like
was a
those type
nasty
of
one.
stories.
That was right down the road for so many people that we lived. This fucking guy that worked at Emo's kidnapped this kid. No one had any idea. Lived in like a little apartment in Kirkwood, downtown Kirkwood.
And worked at
Missouri.
Emos, where we've been several times to the
I-
Emos. Although I haven't had Emos in a long time.
Why would you?
What's your favorite pizza in St. Louis?
There's a couple of them. Emo's is certainly not one of them. Faraci's, Joe Bacardi's. Those two are. Joe Bacardi's is my number one. I love Joe
Really?
Bacardi's. I was been there since
it's
I was a
kind of
kid.
like Emos, though, right?
Yeah, but they're Yeah, but they're actually bacon and their sausage and all that is actually real.
Mhm.
It's not that frozen shit.
Got it.
And fucking Mario Bacardi, my boy, is back there grinding it still.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to do it. And I
Yeah.
see Big Joe's in there with his lovely wife. Every time I go in, they give me a free beer. I can take this. Cam, take
Dude,
this.
they're the
Take
best.
this. Take this.
I
I'm like,
love
okay.
the Bacardis.
I was supposed to do an auction at Tabawingo tonight. but
Mario
got
was a
rained out.
goalie back in the day.
Yeah.
Coached his son
Lafayette.
and nephews, I believe.
Lafayette, right?
Vianney.
Oh, Vianney. That's right.
I think I sniped on him a couple of
I
times.
bet you did. He probably has a picture of you at Joe's.
Mario, I love you, man.
But what's the
We
biggest?
love Bacardis too,
what's-
okay? And Tapawingo and everything.
What's the biggest storyline in hockey right now? Is it Dylan Larkin?
I would
Is it Dylan
say-
Larkin?
I would say between he and Mitch Marner, I think Dylan Larkin's the biggest story
Today.
on the off days.
There it is. You're
I
right.
think,
That's a good.
I think
good
Mitch
point.
Marner's the biggest story in the Stanley Cup final.
I say the biggest story is the games itself.
The games have been amazing.
It's unbelievable.
Have been absolutely incredible.
Viewership's out the wazoo.
Really?
Yeah.
Remember,
Kicking
everyone
ass,
was
dick.
saying no one's going
No
to
one-
watch. Do you know what?
Yep,
I'm
you're
getting
right.
a lot of negativity from people who I know who are from either Toronto or Montreal or diehard fans of the Maple Leafs or the Canadians being like, I'm not watching this. This is terrible, whatever. Carolina, all these teams from the South, they take all our money. We're the only ones that make money. We support the rest of the NHL. I'm like, I
What?
don't even know what you're talking about.
Well, you say if we add up all the American teams, the Canadian teams make more money, bring more revenue than
Well,
other
they're
American
talking about
teams?
the teams in the South, and those are the teams that are having all the success. Vegas obviously isn't in the South, but
Figure
they're a
it out.
tax-free state, tax-free hockey team. So everyone's talking about the tax-free. I mean, Florida didn't even make the playoffs this year, and they're tax-free, right? So Tampa makes the playoffs, but they've been losing and getting bounced in
Nashville
the
hasn't
first
been
round
there.
every year. Nashville, so. It's like it doesn't guarantee you success just because
No, but it
you don't
guarantees
get
you
state
probably
taxes.
a nicer life to live in Nashville. It's a nice gig.
Oh yeah, but it doesn't guarantee that you're going to make the playoffs or win a Stanley Cup.
No, but it guarantees that your wife's probably going to be happy during the winter times and stuff like that.
Like, I'm sorry
I don't
if,
know.
and not
Shit.
to make this about Toronto or Montreal or anything. You don't have much excuse for not winning Stanley Cups on a regular basis, like once a decade or once every 15 years or
What's
something.
your excuse?
Exactly.
I don't get it.
Like all these kids grow up dreaming
They're-
of playing for you,
They grew up right next to the building. You know what I mean?
and
You have so many
you have
kids.
so much history, so
Yeah.
many resources. Why is it? Although Montreal's close now. man.
Montreal's close, and people, Montreal, like, you asked me to play for Montreal,
But-
I'd go there in
But
a second.
Vancouver's a shit show.
It's a shit show.
And Edmonton kind of is right now.
Winnipeg
You look at
stuff,
Toronto. Winnipeg
Calgary.
just completely went back to
I know.
their usual state.
That's not good.
Ottawa is just I can't
are
ever
they?
figure out Ottawa.
What are they?
They're actually pretty good this year.
I know.
But then like
But
you
you
know,
gotta
there's always
go-
drama though coming out of it. Like who's staying, who's leaving, who's
And
coming.
You still
Can't-
got to get to the next step.
Are they gonna get the big time free agents?
Yeah, I know. So, Toronto, what do they got? What's certain, any rumors?
They're like interviewing everybody.
Everybody.
Yeah,
Who-
Joe Pavelski, that's the
I
latest.
saw that too.
Now
That's a stretch. I'm sorry.
okay,
Is it? Is it not? What do
well
you- I think it is.
Here's the way I look at it, because people see the success that Marty St. Louis is having, and everyone says, "Oh, this is the new trend now because you had a
Player.
great player come right in." Marty is the exception, in my opinion. That may be proven to be false if another guy gets a job and has success, just like Marty has had. Marty is so all in. Not saying Pavelski wouldn't be all in. I just think Marty is just different than a lot of these guys.
Well,
who
he's a
would come-
winner.
He is, and Pavelski never won a Stanley Cup. And I would never hold that against him. I've seen Pavelski on the
I
youth
know.
hockey trail a little bit,
I get you on that.
and I think
But it is.
he was a great NHL player for a
Totally.
long, long time.
Warrior.
Great
Yep,
leader,
Yep,
warrior.
Yep. Tough.
Just
Front of the
got every inch out of his ability.
net. Yes.
You
And
know
had
what I
a
mean?
goddamn good career.
Great,
really
career,
good
great
career.
career.
And supposed to be a
So
super
I got
guy.
a ton of respect for him.
He might work out.
So he
That-
might, but it's just you can't say it's going to just because it did for Marty. Marty's just he's different,
Dude, he's
man.
different. He's always been different. He's a Hall of Famer. No, Pavelski's probably going to be a Hall of Famer too. If you look at his numbers, like, shit, he put up numbers,
Mhm.
played a long time, didn't win. But I don't know, like, you're going to go that route? Like, okay, interesting. You're really
Because
rolling the dice. I
Based
don't know.
on what people, Wayne Gretzky wasn't like
There you go.
completely fit to be a great head coach. It's not questioning his knowledge or ability to coach. It's just everything that comes with it. You got to be all in. It's not about golf. It's not about everything else. It's just hockey, hockey, hockey. Magic Johnson had the same issue.
Who else
in basketball, where he was not a good basketball coach.
Was Bird?
Larry Bird, not a great basketball coach.
I think Jordan got him. I think Jordan got him a couple times.
I think his teams had some success, but there's some talk internally. Yeah. His assistants are doing all the work.
So who in the NHL that was a fantastic hockey player tried to do the coaching and failed? Greta, you could probably put in that category, but he's okay. We're not chirping him. He's can do it.
And he saved
love
the
him.
Franchise and all.
Yeah,
that.
like
he tried to,
but it didn't work out. How about it didn't work out? Any other big guy that tried to take over the reins and it didn't work out? You're like, damn.
Larry Robinson.
He fucking won a cup.
Yeah, no, he won exactly.
No, I'm saying didn't.
Oh, I'm saying other great players who did go on to coach.
Yeah, that didn't work out. God, Larry Robinson was one of my favorite people ever.
I thought, yeah,
my favorite coaches ever.
He had success everywhere he went.
Yeah,
success just follows him.
Multiple 9 Stanley Cups.
Well, he got one for the thumb. Remember?
What's that?
He got the middle finger or whatever he got. Remember we put that video out of him? Like he said he got the middle finger. He said he needed one more Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
Didn't he say it in at the parade or something? And he gave the middle finger or something.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
He was with the Blues at the time.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
He brings success everywhere he goes.
Everywhere he goes.
God, and he's the
nicest
nicest human being in the world. I love him.
Larry Robinson.
I love this man.
This guy had already won like 9 Stanley Cups or whatever. And he comes to the Blues and he's helping out, obviously, Chief and whatever. This guy is in the locker room. He's carrying bags.
He is
to the cart.
Andy, I'm glad you
and
brought this
to
up.
The truck. This guy's carrying hockey bags.
I know.
And he's a Hall of Fame 9-time Stanley Cup champion at the time. This is prior to the Blues winning.
Yep.
He's got double bags over his shoulder.
Helping the trainers
like
out.
He's an equipment trainer. And so you know what? When you're like in the league and you're 23, 24, 25 years of age, you see this guy doing it.
What are you doing? Shit. He's carrying double bags like this at 60, whatever years
one of the best moves that Doug Armstrong ever made here in St. Louis was bringing Larry Robinson.
Because he walks into a room and you're automatically like, I like him. Like he's got a smile. Like he could take you into the corner and talk to you and kind of be like, hey, you need this. He has a little bit of everything.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, he was one of my favorite people ever in hockey, Larry Robinson.
But great generational players who went into coaching and it didn't work.
Otzi?
Yeah, he was a head coach.
You know, we're missing a couple monsters.
I know.
It's all good.
I might have to look that up.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of curious
tough on
now.
The spot.
Well, I know. And Pavelski, like, you never know. Like, I never want to say no to something like that. A guy played so long. He's got such a great, people look up to him.
Patrick Waugh.
Yeah, he's getting there though. Shit, he's got.
If I was Toronto, I'd look at him, and I think they are.
I'd look at him too. Okay.
Rick Tocchet.
But dude, I'm calling him successful.
Jacques Lemaire had a lot of success as a player.
Yeah. So I look at Patrick Waugh though.
But there's not that many, man.
I look at Toronto, and to be honest, I say Patrick Waugh because the monster up top, he will not put up with anything.
No.
And I want that in Toronto, in my opinion. I don't give a fuck.
And he won't, the media, everything. Like
he won't give a fuck. And that's probably what they need.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised he still wants to do it. No, I think so. I don't know how great of a coach he is.
Don't know.
You know what I mean?
I
think he won the Jack Adams. I think he did his first year in Colorado. I remember he and Hitch going at it in press conferences.
But then he fell off a little bit.
He did.
Did well a little bit in the Island.
But they fired him late in the season. So there's a reason for that.
I guess selfishly.
He's had a lot of success at the junior level.
And I bet you Carlo and all those guys, we talked to them up there, they're just watching the Leafs nonstop 24/7. Like, wouldn't you want a Patrick Waugh in there just to
be fun?
Be hilarious. What are you going to say to him?
I don't know.
And what is he going to say back to you?
So I feel like Chaika is going to try to do something. He's going to try to do something different. You know what I mean?
I agree. I think it's going to be like
he's going to try to do something different.
Yeah. Kind of like maybe a coach that we have on right now, Dan Muse.
Dan Muse.
Where if you go back and look, because we did our homework on him, we're getting Danny on. Like, okay, let's check it out. And I looked at all these fucking interviews from all these top guys talking about the hire with Dan Muse. Lazy hire. I mean,
Really?
Andy, they're bashing him. Like, whoa. And like, did you know about him?
They were really bashing him?
Yes. Did you know his way? Like, you know, he was in
Dubas
Nashville.
just wants to have control over somebody.
Yeah, there you go. That's the narrative. You're damn right. Dubas wants control. He's not going to get it.
I mean, you go from Mike Sullivan
No shit.
to a guy who had never been a head coach, but he had been in the league longer than people realize.
Exactly.
As an assistant, working for Peter Laviolette, who obviously
Rangers,
is a
Nashville.
accomplished head coach who may get that LA job.
But if you really look up a lot of stuff, like right off the bat, people are bashing the idea like this is fucking lazy.
Yeah.
This is not fair to Sid. This is like that kind of stuff.
And my guess is Sid was not overly excited about the hire and moving on from Mike Sullivan. But then they get to know each other. Sid has another great season. Malkin had a very productive season. Erik Karlsson had one of his best seasons, probably his best season since coming to Pittsburgh. They took some young kids who were very productive.
Yeah.
Mantha had a great season. He scored over 30
But he
goals.
also sat guys out that he needed to sit too. And as a young guy like that, with a veteran group that the Penguins had, like it's hard to put your foot down right off the bat. You're going to be tough guy Tommy right off the bat. Boom, boom, boom. Kind of like Davis Payne kind of came in and did a little bit. And we're like, well, what's going on here? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But we asked them, like, there's so many different hard decisions. Like, I just sit fucking guys out, man.
But
like,
I think him going through the National Team Development Program and coaching all those superstars.
Yeah.
I know they're young; they're not in the NHL yet, but I just think it's a great place to play as you're establishing as you're establishing yourself as a coach. Oh, it's a great place to play for sure. But to coach, man, you get an amazing experience, especially guys like Donnie Granato and these guys who were there. If you're there with some of these classes that have come through the National Team Development Program in recent years, including that 05 group that Dan Muse coached, that'll set you up. You know who's fun to watch during the game? They kept putting highlights on in the Vegas-Carolina game. That's not a player. Executive. Oh, God, yeah.
Big Georgie
McPhee. He's like losing his mind.
He's losing. I love it so much.
Me too. Keep doing it.
He's not putting on a show. He's not thinking about the camera. He's that emotional, and I love it. I love that. I really do. They got the camera on him.
But it's like you never even see him in years, really, since
I know.
McCrimmon took over as general manager. You don't really see George McPhee very much. I used to have George on my radio show years ago, and we haven't had him on here yet. I reached out to him a little while ago.
Yeah, dude.
It didn't work. I got to circle back with him.
Please do.
Yeah.
We're pumping his tires up. You kidding me? I got to give another shout out, man. Braden McNabb.
Oh, dude.
Come on.
But I've always liked him. That's why the team...
He put you down, too.
That's why the team rallied around him when he was suspended for a game against Anaheim.
What did he do exactly?
That's when
he do that?
That's when Torts and they didn't open up the locker room and Torts didn't talk. And some people were speculating that it was because they were protesting him being suspended for a game. But you know what? He just plays like a man. You know what I'm saying? Gets no attention.
Nope.
Played over 35 minutes, I think, or 37 minutes, something crazy the other night with a full cage on. Although he did get beat on the second goal that was scored by Taylor Hall, who I'm loving watching this guy play.
But he put Taylor down, didn't he?
He did.
With that hit.
Right in front of the net, maybe?
No, it was coming across the blue line. Maybe. And Taylor Hall had his head down, and he stuck him like a car crash, and Taylor got hurt. You don't remember that? Stuck him.
In the game the other night?
Yeah.
With the cage on?
Stuck him.
What do you think happened to him? He's not revealing the injuries. They're saying 20 to 30 stitches.
They said orbital bone, his face.
His nose. If you watch the replay in slow motion, his nose.
You can't breathe like that. This guy's playing over 30 minutes, and you can't breathe. When you get into a fight like that and your nose is fucked, you cannot breathe out of your nose. And try to not breathe out of your nose for a little bit. Try to go to sleep without breathing out of your nose and see how you like that. Imagine going fucking miles and miles on your skates, getting hit, and you can't breathe out of your fucking nose. It's brutal. Brutal experience. He fucked him up, dude.
But I've always liked Braden McNabb. He's exactly what you need.
I know.
To go through 4 rounds in the Stanley Cup playoffs, man.
I know. I like this Vegas team, Andy.
You need a big monster like him.
Get away from... I'll shut you down.
Yeah.
You get in front of that, I'll get you.
Yeah.
They're getting mean out there,
old school.
Dude, I'm having fun watching this. Fuck that. And screw all you guys that are like, he knows he's going to... What are you talking about? Look at the players on each team. What are you talking about? They're not entertaining you? Get out of here.
So they're saying Mitch Marner, that was the greatest performance in Stanley Cup final history. Now, it was a period, and listen, he had 10 shots on goal, had the the penalty shot after that. He was absolutely incredible. He was amazing. Incredible.
Is that the best?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know if I can say that.
I can't say that either.
I mean,
it could be a goalie.
Jordan Binnington had an incredible performance in the first period of Game 7, too. All right, that wasn't even Game 7.
It's hard. No.
The other night. But
well, he did in Game 7.
Binnington did, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how to think of that. I don't know how to think of that.
It was an incredible one of the. It'll go down for the ages if they win.
A little backhand throw it on.
Luckily,
that.
they won the game because if they don't win the game, then we're not talking about it quite as much. If they win the series, I think he has run away with the Conn Smythe Trophy. I don't think anybody is.
Here's how I look at it.
Really challenging him.
I'm watching every second of these games. They're so entertaining. I notice Mitch fucking Marnie
all the time.
All the time. He's got the puck all the time. In the zone, spending off guys, making a play. Didn't work. Make a play. Didn't work. Make a play. Didn't work. But he's making, it's on your stick. You get open. He's finding you.
Remember the narrative from some media and fans early on in the playoffs when he was having all that success in the first 2 rounds? And they were saying, well, in Toronto, he had to play Florida and Boston and Tampa and all these other teams.
I'm done with that bullshit.
It's like, dude, he's doing it against Carolina, who's been one of the top teams in the East for years.
Dude, and he's one of the best players in the world.
He did it against
Colorado.
He just got through Colorado.
Dude, he sticks out more than anybody. Sorry. He sticks out more than anybody. He's got the puck the whole time. Every time he's on the ice, I notice him. Mm-hmm. I can't say that for a lot of other guys.
If you're Toronto, what are you thinking right now?
My number 1 pick. If I'm Toronto's organization, hire guys, boom.
You're just past Marner. And that's where I think having Chaika and these guys, a new head coach, they weren't there for that.
They're not thinking that way. Mm-hmm. Maybe some players are, and the fans certainly are, but who cares? No, you're moving on. You're moving on. What's my next step? Well, shit, it's drafting this monster. And we need him to become a monster here, and we gotta put together some more guys that can complement some of these guys we have. That's what I'm thinking. Marner, it doesn't matter. It's not going to matter the first game next season. It's just not going to matter. You got work to do.
But I'm happy for him, man.
So am I. I like Mitchie. He's kind of a little dorky, but I don't care. We were hard on him.
He just looks uncomfortable when he's doing interviews and stuff like that because he looks like he doesn't trust who he's talking to, you know what I'm saying?
And he shouldn't.
He's been damaged because he's taken so much heat and so much ridicule that he doesn't have time for it. I feel like he just doesn't trust whoever's talking to him.
There's a lot of guys like that. I will say
this. And
this,
now PK, did you see his interview with Mitch during the intermission? What was that?
Well, he talked the whole time, didn't he?
I don't think Marner talked.
He talked.
Did Marner ever answer a question?
And this is 101. I didn't go to, but
Mm-hmm.
when you.
Well, you're going to media training very soon, though.
I'm going up to New York.
Yeah, because the alumni is inviting all the alumni now, which I think is great.
I can't wait to go. I'm going to go to New York with all the guys. We're going to have fun. We're going to learn some shit. But I think 101, which I'm going to know right off the bat, is you got to tighten up your questions.
Just tighten it up.
He's telling a story about himself. And then trying to tie in that story.
But the game's not over.
I know.
And he's celebrating this performance by Mitch. And Mitch is like, whoa, we got a lot of work to do.
Wait a minute. It's all good. It's all good. I think hockey's in a great situation. It really is. It really is. Basketball got lucky this year.
It's like Emmitt Smith. Remember him trying to break down football back in the day?
There was a couple guys that failed miserably.
And he was an amazing player.
Amazing. Some guys just can't talk.
Right.
Some guys can't play and they can talk.
Mm-hmm.
Some guys can play and they can't talk.
PK can talk, but I just don't know if he
can get everything together.
Can put it together to
seconds,
truly
give me everything you got.
Break down what you're seeing, not just yell at the camera and repeat yourself over and over again, but truly teach and show us what's going on.
I will say this though, and you know too.
And it's easier said than done. I'm not really bashing him because I know it's very, very hard.
These games are the easiest games to break down ever. There's so much to it. Dude, I remember doing...
when it's all goals and you're just breaking down goals?
There's some games I remember doing radio with Curbs, and I'm like, how the fuck am I going to break this first period down?
Mm-hmm.
Literally, nothing happened. Nothing. So like, you're like, God, it's tough. Like, let me tie this together. Like, let me look at this. It's all even. Like, yeah, like sometimes it's difficult.
But that's radio. Not much pressure there. You know what I'm saying? This is different than being on ESPN television, Stanley Cup playoffs.
I'm not making that point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm making a point that you're still getting put on, like, break it down. Whether you're on TV or radio or this or that, it doesn't matter. Like, there's nothing happened in that period, and I got to repeat myself a couple times.
But that's where the host needs to be able to set you up and tee you up.
What about this? How about we tag something that had nothing to do with something?
Because I do think Jamie Rivers does a great job of breaking down highlights.
He is good at that.
He breaks it down.
He's
you know
damn
what I mean?
good at that.
And I know how to tee him up and set him up to break it down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, I hear what you're saying. I mean, sometimes
you guys are unbelievable. Remember you told me how good you were?
Remember, sometimes there's games.
And he never teased me up for anything.
Where it's 0-0.
Yeah.
Or you're down. We had lots of games where they were down 4-0, 5-0. We had games where they were up 4-0, then down,
but
5-4, lost.
Those are easier.
Yeah, I know.
You get your ass kicked.
But there's some games where it's just there's nothing.
It's
and
all neutral zone.
Our producers weren't really into just showing highlights of the opposing team the whole time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you gotta be creative.
And it's not ESPN where you're like during the game, hey, show me this. Let's make a package of block shots. Let's make a package of, this guy, matching up against this guy or whatever.
Yeah.
You're just kind of getting
physical play.
You're kind of just getting the goals.
But a lot of times there's no goals.
That's the only video you really have. So now there's no goals. We have no video.
I know. I get you. How about Mark Stone's fucking? First off, Mark Stone, man. I don't know if I said this last week. It is what it is. But somebody tweeted something out, and I was like, oh my God, you need a fucking guy that's going bald, that doesn't give a shit about anything but playing hockey. Those are the guys that win you the Stanley Cup.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh God, I'm gonna like that fucking tweet. And Mark Stone's kind of that guy, man. Like, he scored a nice goal the other day.
He scores all the time.
Just this close of being out. That was a sick ass play. Everybody funneled to the wall. Howden just like yoink, put it right for a fucking breakaway. They called that off. Called off goal interference. With the Barbie one. There's so many different goals going on.
2 goals.
It's hard to keep up with it all. But Mark Stone, you ever see his knob?
Oh yeah, they keep showing it.
Yeah, but like if you really think about that, you're like, that is interesting to deal with. And I just like to. Have we had him on?
We haven't had him on yet.
Well, wait, obviously. But he's a typical guy
and I just
that's going to drag you through hell.
What do you think his body feels like? He's always hurt. And then he comes back and plays unbelievable.
He's not fast. He's not this.
He's a monster, though.
What
you know
is
how big he is?
Like, what is he? How do you break him down?
But you know how big he is? If you see him up close, he's a massive human being.
What is he, 6'1"?
6'4".
He's 6'4"?
Dude, he's huge. That's what I'm saying. You don't even notice.
Don't even notice it, dude.
That he's that big.
I honestly, let me look right. But I got it pulled up right gosh dang now, homie. People are chirping fucking Jack Eichel for not producing. I'm like, I notice him a ton.
He's making some great passes.
Dude, I notice him. Again,
and
he's got the
what?
puck.
And he's also responsible both ends of the ice.
So it's not sexy.
So Stone's 6'3".
Yeah, okay. 6'3", what, 210?
210.
Yeah, it's a big boy. He's just there. He gets breakaways. Like, he's not even fast. Like, he gets fucking breakaways. And he's just in your face. He's not rocking you, but he's in your way.
He looks kind of unconventional. Looks a little crazy.
He's just a little crazy. Just like, he makes a play.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. You need motherfuckers like that are fucking going bald, that don't give a shit about anything.
He's got a great stick. He strips pucks all the time. Yeah. You know what he is?
It's in your way.
He's just
hard to deal with.
So smart, dude.
There it is.
He's just smarter than everybody else on the ice.
He can get from point A to point B without being quick because he's smarter than you.
Just smarter
he's
than
going to get in your
else.
way, and he's going to stop the puck, and he's going to make a play. That son of a bitch. You need guys like that. Marion fucking slick in there. He doesn't give a fuck about anything but winning. I love it.
So Game 4 is tonight. This is going to go out on Tuesday.
No, it's not. Oh, yeah. Okay, my bad.
This is going out on Tuesday.
NBA finals.
Today's Monday. So Game 4 is going to be tonight. There's a lot of conversation. I'm surprised it's being talked about as much, but I get it. Just based on what's at stake. Would you go back to Freddie Anderson automatically?
Yeah.
Like, I would.
Yeah.
I just think it's like, I don't know if he loses the net. You know what Brandon Bussey did, and he won like 31 games or something like that during the regular season.
No, I know. He was in the mix big time.
You know, I saw him play live a couple times. Like, he's legit. He made some incredible saves. That wasn't fluky. Like, he's done that throughout the course of the year. Didn't like the way the game ended, man. I hated it.
I hated that too. That ruined the perfect game.
It ruined it.
It really did.
And
The
so
bounce and who kind of tipped it and it went in.
I
Somebody.
think it was
was
either
it-
Chatfield or something. I feel like Chatfield.
No, it was.
No, it wasn't
Jankowski.
Jankowski in front.
Yes, he was right next to the net, and it hit off his stick, and it hit off of what's his name? It must have went in the net.
I mean, he just got the puck was 5 feet wide and it goes in.
Shoot wide, get the rebound. I don't know. Throw it on that.
No, I know.
Theodore just like fuck.
And some people are like, you knew it was going to be like goal like that to end the game. I'm like, I wasn't thinking that.
No, I was.
I was thinking it would be like a real goal.
It was though.
I hated that.
It was a real goal though.
I wanted Carolina to win that game.
I want them to win next game.
I don't want
Keep
the
this
series to end.
I want triple overtime this time.
I don't know if I need that because I will say this, because
Stressful.
especially when I have my hot tub in the back.
Are you in there? You're gonna.
I went during the intermission between the first over. I get to a point where I'm like, okay, like the regular game, it was great. It's but I want to get on with my night. I wanted to get outside.
I've had enough
and go in the hot tub. I can see the TV from the backyard
that's right. You
a little
can't
bit.
enjoy the hot. You got to get that fixed.
Well, you can only stay in for 15, 20 minutes. It's perfect for the intermission. But I'm ready. When you don't really have a rooting interest, I'm just ready. I'm ready for the game to like end once we get through one overtime. I'm just waiting for it to happen.
If it's a Friday, Saturday night,
I get it.
I'm like, fucking play forever.
Fine.
Fuck that.
Fine.
What are you watching? The View highlights?
No, I'm just like,
what are you watching?
I'm just,
Shit, boy.
It didn't bore me by any means.
Son of a bitch.
I'm just ready.
Yoink.
I'm ready to move on with my night.
Nah, I'm not. What are you gonna watch? Let them entertain you. Sometimes, you know what I like to do? Fucking pass out, get up, like, oh, don't look at my phone. Don't look at my phone. Don't look at my phone. Sit there, get my coffee, get ready. Okay, I'm going to watch the rest of this. I can't look at anything. Like, I like that.
My girls watch Love Island at night. You watch that show?
Andy, what the fuck do I look like to you?
Maddie. You watch Love Island?
Maddie's waiting for GTA 6, motherfucker. Me and you, baby.
Yeah,
We're going to be killing everybody in that fucking down.
PS5 still in a box.
No, you're right, it's in a box still.
In a box. And it's been 5 years.
I told Ty I was going to play it with him too.
Yeah, well, it's been 5 years.
It's been a long time. But I can't get off my phone and read shit, man. I'm fucking psychopath, dude.
Aho's been a little bit better. Jarvis scored the 1 goal.
How about Jackson?
What about Jarvis's...
Jarvis?
His buddies are all around and whatever. What do you think of his buddies being around?
I don't care.
Are they staying at his house?
That's...
I kind of need my space during the Stanley Cup final.
I'll tell you this right now. I wasn't even in the playoffs, and I brought all my buddies up. When I was young, we're fucking partying. When I was with Kate in 2012...
He's 24.
When I was with Kate, and I was like 27... Whatever, I was a little bit older. My buddies came up, and I didn't know if I was playing or not. They were up all night. And I'm like, I hate this.
They stayed at your house?
Yes. I had a big house looking over this awesome place, had enough rooms, all that stuff. But I was so annoyed by the end of it because I might get fucking sent down. I was on a 2-way deal. I can get sent down in 2 seconds. Everybody's partying. Everything's
is
fun.
their season still going on?
What?
Is the American League team still playing at the time?
Yeah, this was like in almost Christmas time.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm talking Stanley Cup playoffs.
And I'm talking...
This is the final. This guy's telling about Christmas. This game's in December. Well, your friends want to come in December and stay at your house. I get it for a homestand.
See, this is where...
But they went to the Olympics. They went everything. And now they're back at the Stanley Cup final.
This is where I have to just explain myself one more time to the camera. And I'm looking right at you guys. I'm telling you how stressed out I was in fucking December.
Yeah.
He needs to get these guys away from him.
That's what I'm asking.
Yes, 100%. That's why Lou Lamoriello always had us stay in a hotel. Get the fuck away from your family. We'll have everything for you right here. Stay. You have your own room. Sleep. Don't have anybody but you want somebody to come in and rub your fucking legs down. That's what we're going to do. Your kids aren't fucking doing this. Your buddies aren't like, let's go get tacos. None of that shit. Focus.
I loved his response, though, because at the end of the game when they won, when he scored the overtime winner, and I like Jarvis, man. But
I think he's cool. We'll get him on.
I just want to see him like take over a game or something. You know what I mean? Or that's not him. But I'm just get chances though. You know, he scores a lot of goals. I just want to see him be in the mix a little more, get a little more chances. But you know, at the end of the game they won, and he's like waving in the crowd. and the announcer's like, "Were you waving to your friends?" Or something? He's like, "No, I was waving to my parents." Like, you know what I'm saying? And my brother.
Yeah, but
So
everybody's
I
got
don't
stuff.
think he was waving at his buddies in the stands. If he was, I'd be like, "Dude, please tell me you weren't waving at your
Are you
buddies."
sure
in
they're
the
staying
stands.
at his house?
He says he's got like candy all over the house for these guys in different
Well,
rooms.
to come
and
by
stuff.
and hang out.
Maybe. I don't know.
was going to say, they're
I
staying in a
don't-
hotel.
I don't know if they are.
Because that's a big difference. You already got kids and stuff like
I don't. Maybe the league is paying for them. Like the league is like jump behind his friends. They're like on board with these guys. Like they'll be on the ice if they win. Like afterwards, like
oh, yeah.
celebrating.
Of course they would.
No, but they have gained a lot of popularity going back to the Olympics,
Yeah.
or maybe even the Four Nations.
And Jarvy's probably picking up the tab on all that shit. Unless they're making good coin.
Maybe.
24 years old, probably just got
You're
out of
not
college.
noticing Jackson. You've been hard on Jackson. I like Jackson's game. He's a young kid, and he's
Why
not.
would you say that?
Because you said that to me,
When?
like on the phone the other day, and then you almost.
Why would you fucking... I'll fucking tell you.
Okay, so then you just almost said
That
it
was
again.
a fucking week ago.
You said I don't see Jackson.
I didn't say that. I said, what do you think? Who don't you notice? And I brought him up, and you didn't say anything. You avoided it.
Because I wouldn't. I notice
think he
him
looks
all the
good
time.
right
He's
now.
out
He
there.
didn't look-
They've been the best line in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
A week ago, I didn't really. He had a couple bad. I didn't notice him too much.
Really?
And then, of course, I talked to Andy a week ago, and now he brings it up. Jesus Christ!
I notice him
Yeah, I
a
do too.
lot.
I noticed
like,
that
along
line.
the wall. He makes good little, quick little, sneaky
I
little
know
passes.
Stankoven probably a little bit more when he comes in and out of traffic.
But he
and
and
stuff,
Hall and Stankoven have been
pretty dang good.
stanky.
They got to do a little bit. They got work to do, Andy.
They're right there, dude.
You got,
Either team could be up 3-0 right now.
but they're not. It's 2-1. You lose this next fucking game.
No, the winner
it's
of the next
fucking
game
over.
Winner of the next game wins the Stanley
You
Cup.
got work to do, and you're still in Vegas.
Winner of game 4 wins the Stanley Cup.
You got work to do. You're right there. You're right. But you got work to do. Vegas finds a way. They don't give a fuck. They either they're down, they're up. It's chaos. They're hard to deal with in every way possible.
I think their fans are a little overrated. Like, I don't think it's allowed. I think the building in Carolina is way
We're
louder.
in Vegas, man. Who cares?
I think the Vegas
it's great for hockey.
production and all that is unbelievable leading up to the game.
Yeah.
But I think during the course of the game, I think there's a better and bigger home ice advantage in Carolina than there is in Vegas. I think the Carolina fans, throughout the course of the game during play, they're just louder. It gets quiet in Vegas.
I'll say this. At that point, you don't fucking care. No, you think these guys in Vegas, when they go to Carolina, are like, this is too loud. I can't play.
That's not my point.
Then what's your
I'm not
point?
even saying that. I'm just saying it's the fans in Carolina, they're loud during the game.
So does that affect the players?
No.
Then
Well,
what's the
maybe
point? Then
maybe it would give
that
you.
was my-
You tell me.
No.
You don't think you get a little energy from home ice?
You get energy from any crowd.
Mm-hmm.
At this
What if
point,
it's super quiet?
then you just go fucking play. It's super quiet for both teams.
I'm just surprised
You know?
Vegas fans
Here-
aren't a little louder during the game. I'm just saying.
Because they're from Vegas, they're still learning everything, man. They don't even know
Mm-hmm.
what the fuck's going on. Probably a lot of them don't. Like, and rightfully so. Here's what fucks you up: where are you staying? How's your locker room? How's the setup? That would affect you more than anything.
I think being in Vegas too long is like
Not good.
no, because there's really nothing to do if you're not going out and having fun. What are you gonna do?
I don't.
Just
What are you
go
gonna do?
eat?
What are you gonna do in Carolina? You're gonna sit in that beautiful
No,
hotel
but I
that they
think
have in
you're
the
just-
woods.
Yeah, I love that.
And you just chill, and then you take your police escort there, like we
Like,
did back in the
There's
day.
a lot of stimulation going on in
The locker
Vegas.
room's shittier in Carolina, certainly. The away locker room's shittier.
But all the fans who are out there staying, like, you can't hide in Vegas. I think you could maybe find a little spot, maybe.
Sure, go find a cool little
But-
Italian place in Raleigh
But
or whatever.
Jared Bednar, to my point, he tried to go hide and he couldn't. And there's cameras everywhere.
Yeah, but
or
you
whatever.
tried to hide and gamble. You
But
can go.
once
wait.
you walk out of the hotel and you're on that strip, dude, there's fans everywhere.
Yeah, and you say hey to them, and then you get in your Uber with whoever you need. Then you go to the restaurant that you want to go to,
Mm-hmm.
and you rent out that little place in the back where no one sees you. You go there, you fucking have tinted windows, you eat, you get the fuck out of there, you get in your Uber, and you go back. That's what you do. You don't go gamble.
No, you can't
You
do
don't
that.
do that. Just don't even do it.
I don't think you're allowed to. I don't think
really?
NHL players are allowed to
Go to
in the
play
casi-
blackjack?
I don't think so.
I think you're wrong on that.
Really?
Bet on a team, yeah. I mean, gamble with fucking blackjack. We should do that all the time.
Yeah, I don't know what the rule is on that. I thought,
But I will say, to your point,
I thought
though,
it was PLC. Somebody told me they're not allowed to be inside casinos. Or
refs.
something. Maybe, yeah. Maybe it's the refs.
PLC played.
He was a ref. But I, from what I understand, they're not allowed to be in casinos.
I don't know about that, homie. But I will say, like the people like it's so loud. It's so, like fucking bring it on, baby. Everybody wants that, even if you're in a different building. Now, if football, if you're a goddamn quarterback and you're like, I can't read that,
Right.
play, that's a problem. You know what I mean? The next game tonight or tonight,
Oh, it's gonna be crazy.
Trump's there, which I don't like.
Why is he there?
Because he's from New York, man. What do you mean? He goes to fucking games. He supports shit. But like now, like the security's so much. It's all about.
But that's not
that.
his base, dude. They don't. It's like the opposite at an NBA game.
Yeah, but like he always supported the Knicks. He's always sat there. He's done this thing. He's a New York guy. So like, but on the other hand, it's just too much of a
But
distraction.
if you know it's going to be such a distraction, and they're canceling all the
agree.
pregame parties and all that
That's
stuff,
what I don't
it's like,
like.
dude,
And-
let the fans enjoy
and it's
themselves.
like $11,000 for a ticket.
Okay, so the fans
11,
they haven't been in the NBA final.
73.
No, in the NBA final. They think they went to the NBA final in 94
94, yeah.
with Stark and Patrick Ewing and all those guys.
94 they did.
So
When OJ was doing this thing.
and now you can't even have your pregame fan parties and stuff like that.
I don't like that. I don't like
I would
that
just be
either.
like, listen, I'm not going to ruin it for the fans. I'm
I
going
don't
to let
like
these
that
guys
either.
have fun.
That's why I brought it up.
Let
I
these
don't like
guys
it.
have fun. All right, Dylan Larkin. So now apparently, he's limited to 3 teams. Good reporting out there. Who had that? I think Helen St. James. I believe.
Yeah.
Give her a shout out.
Little shout out, girl. What's up?
Although I'm so tired of every story I go to click on nowadays. You got to like pay for it. I can't ever read a damn story. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you gotta get the Athletic, I think.
You got to pay for that too.
Well, yeah. You gotta pay for everything, homie. You
I'm
gotta pay
just-
for the Post-Dispatch. You gotta pay for fucking everything. So, yeah, I know what you mean. Like, you can't. That's why you gotta go on to what they say on Twitter itself, and then you're like, is it fake?
No,
Is this,
I know. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Like it doesn't even have to be a sports story. You just go click on a story. You got to pay to read the rest
So
of the
they make their
story.
money.
Larkin, I don't know how to read into this, man. He's the captain of the team. I know he's had great success, individual success. And it's not even great success. I think he's been a point per game player maybe one time in his career. And he was like maybe 69 and 68 games, something like that. He's got like 30 goals or more, I think, in each of the last 5 seasons.
Yeah.
So he has had.
You could score.
Oh, yeah. No, he's had. Listen, and he's won a gold medal. I think he's a really strong 2C versus
Sure.
a elite number 1 center.
You could go back and forth, you know.
But I do hear some things about him as a player and teammate and stuff like that.
Like
and
what?
it's not all great. You know what I'm saying? I think he's, obviously a guy. He's never left Michigan. Probably there's a lot of frustration there. I don't get the sense that Steve Eisman is going to be like, okay, we're going to make a deal just because you want to get out of here. It's going to have to be the right deal. And you may have to open up your list to a few other teams for me to get what I want.
Well,
in
you mean
return.
not just Florida, Vegas,
in Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Although him going to Minnesota tells you that Quinn Hughes is staying there, which I think we all realized.
Oh, yeah.
And he knows all these other guys too. I just think
And
he's
that's a cool team and a cool GM.
there's other guys that are going to end up following him to Minnesota.
Sure.
Minnesota, it's going to be interesting to see what that roster looks like
What's their cap space
a
look
few
like?
years from now. The cap's going up, so I will have to look and see
Still,
exactly.
though.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
they got.
They got some monsters on that team. They got some work to do to sign
But
some.
you know,
guys.
you're signing. You're paying Kaprizov $17 million. I'll be curious to see what Quinn Hughes gets. Larkin's on a great deal at 8.7
5 years.
AAV. I think he's got 5 years left. So he had 67 points last year in 74 games. I like Larkin, but I don't. How
Love him.
many playoff games has he played? 5 playoff games in his career. He's been to the playoffs one time. That was his rookie season.
I know.
Cam.
I know. It's been a decade.
And you're the captain of the team. And now you're basically bailing out on the organization when you've been a captain. And I understand you want to win. So maybe bailing is a little bit too strong of a word, but there is something to be said of sticking it out and helping this team reach the level that they want to get to. And now he's turning 30, and he's probably looking at, hey, the clock is clicking. He just had a taste of success for the first time in his career, winning a gold medal. He's got buddies in other teams, and he wants
That
to
they bonded
he
with.
wants to go play with these other guys and have a chance to win. I get all that, but I don't think he's the best captain. I don't think he's the best leader based on some of the things that you hear in terms of his reputation. And no matter where he goes to any of the other teams, he can just be a Marner. He can just go fit in, and he looks at what Marner has done, and now Marner's gone, and he left a situation, and he's having success. And I get that he wants to win, but would you be willing to give up a couple of first-round picks and a prospect and a roster player and all this for Dylan Larkin? Like, is he worth that price tag?
Depends on what team you're on. If you're in Minnesota, I don't know. Yeah. Florida, these big time teams. I don't know, man. What do you have in your pool? What do they want? What kind of leverage do you have with Stevie Yzerman right now? Now, I will say Larkin.
But he's not Yzerman in his prime, and that's my point.
But even Larkin last year, like, he's doing great. They were in a great position, and all of a sudden, the last how many ever games, even strength goals. I think I know he got banged up, and it was like 9 straight where he didn't have an even strength goal. Like, that's the time where you need to step up to the plate,
dude,
and take over as a leader.
Get your team into the playoffs.
No shit. And you didn't do that. So the blame needs to be on him as well.
That's what I'm saying.
Time.
So now you're going to leave and say, I want out of here. And
I didn't perform.
And say, I only want to go to one of the top teams in the league. You haven't made the playoffs in your rookie season. Who are you to say, like, I need to be on one of the top teams?
What kind of playoff player are you? What kind of playoff player are you? We don't know. You didn't perform whenever you needed to get the guys in last year.
You're a really good player, but like, I mean, how good? I don't know how good
are you? When we need you the most, where are you at? That's my question.
Mm-hmm. So it's like everybody in the league only wants to play for Minnesota, Vegas, or Florida right now because Minnesota's good.
And then I could tag on 3 other teams that are secondary, then 3 other teams that boom, and there's it goes down and down and down.
Yeah,
you know.
So, listen, I like Larkin a lot. Actually, in the Four Nations, I started to really like him.
Yeah.
But I just find it like some of these guys that I want out because I haven't been able to play in the playoffs and get this team to the playoffs. And Detroit, dude, they're on my shit list too.
Yeah, of course.
And Buffalo finally climbed their way out. We'll see if they can do it 2 years in a row.
Yeah, we'll see with that. But I don't know, man. Listen, you only have so much time as a player.
Did you see my tweet about
but hold on. You only have
Robert Thomas.
That's staying here?
Yeah, he's staying.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
He should. I think we've been talking about this for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what are you going to get for him? Like, you need him. He's locked up on a pretty good deal. He's young. Shit.
But do you like that that's being put to rest now and just like...
Yeah, because people have been talking about that. Mm-hmm. For sure. Yeah, I'm glad.
That never made sense to me.
No, we talked about that.
Now, I will say for Blues fans out there, Jordan Kyrou is something to pay attention to.
Sure.
Because nothing's imminent as we sit right now. But I think everybody understands that there is strong potential that he could get moved. And so
a lot of teams would like a guy like him.
We're about less than 3 weeks away from the draft.
Can't wait.
And keep your eye open
I'm excited.
That situation because that situation is evolving.
I bet you there's going to be a lot of moves, man, in this draft. I just have a feeling.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of moves.
Can I give a shout out?
Yeah.
Milan Lucic.
Yes. I'm glad you did that. Our boy. What's up, baby? Love you, homie. Enjoy your retirement. Do whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want.
Whatever you want to do. What do you want to do?
I think he wants to work in hockey. He talked about that with us.
Well, yeah, he was hanging out the Blues for a long time, man. Just kind of learning and listening.
He didn't mention the Blues in his statement. He thanked Boston,
it's okay.
L.A., and Calgary.
Yeah, but like, look at, come on, it's okay.
He's a Blues legend.
Come on, it's like Did Marty mention the Blues?
I'm kidding. Probably.
Did he?
Well, why wouldn't he? He was working with the team at the time.
Yeah, maybe he did. I don't know.
Assistant GM.
I know.
But love Milan Lucic, man. In his prime, he was as feared and as good as any power forward we'd seen come on to the scene in a long, long time.
Yep. I remember watching him. I'm like, ooh, this guy has it all. Oh, boy. Cam, that's what you need to be. But you can't. He's got a little bit of everything.
Oh, who told you that?
I told myself that when you watch people like that, they could score goals, fucking play minutes, fight, hit,
you
and
needed
do everything.
To be like that.
I'm like, that's the player.
That's how you need to be.
That's how you need to be. Like, you're not like, you got to be that. If you can. Like, how does he do that? Like, he had a lot more skill. Like, he just put it all together.
He's just a better player, yeah.
He's a better player than me. Yeah. God, but I looked up to him. You know what I mean? Kind of like Andy looks up to every single hockey player because they're better than him. So.
But Robbie Thomas, getting back to him real quick. Now you have that settled. I think now you just look to build around this guy.
him. You're here.
He's never really had an elite player to play with, outside of his first couple of years when he was a young player.
You ever play with Tarasenko that much?
No, I mean, yeah, but I mean, Tarasenko's been gone by like O'Reilly, and he was young at the time,
I know.
He wasn't front and center. He was, but he wasn't.
I know.
Now he's the guy. Get him with an elite goal scorer. That's what I want to see.
Like who? Snuggerud, can he do it?
Yeah. Well, he looked like it. He Snuggerud and Holloway had something going on.
No shit.
And Holloway is he's better than people realize.
No, yeah, he's a go-getter.
I'm waiting for him to put together a full season. Go be a superstar.
Stay healthy, but it's hard to tell somebody to stay healthy. It doesn't work that way.
No, I know.
Just doesn't.
But go be a star. You know what I mean?
I look at Snuggie. I feel like he can get to 30, whatever you want to do. Mm-hmm. Like I think you're there, especially on that line. You stay healthy, boom. Dvorsky, I'm kind of have question marks about. He didn't do enough for me last year. It's all good.
So early.
He's
like
saying,
20 years old.
Andy, I know. I'm just saying I need to notice him a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. Go get it a little bit more.
It's like,
be more aggressive with the puck. I don't know.
I know. Because I look at
it's fair.
Like he's so different to analyze than like Larkin or Kyrou. Like Larkin and Kyrou.
Yeah.
Are they really going to get any better than what they are now?
Well, Kyrou did. A couple years ago, he was minus 30.
He got Selke votes this year.
Yeah, he's like 26th. I don't mind that. That means that
he's good defensively.
I know, because he's quick. He can get back and lift your fucking stick up.
And he does. He intercepts a lot of passes.
And he can go from point A to point B in
the biggest difference with his game last year, the puck just didn't go in. Like the puck wasn't coming off of his stick the way that it had.
Yeah.
In recent years. You know what I'm saying? He just didn't have that puck luck. He got a shit ton of chances. I'll be curious to see who led the Blues in scoring chances.
Well, I'll tell you this. You asked me the question, can he get better? I say Kyrou can get better for sure. Because he did. He proved it.
Though.
Yeah, I do.
And somewhere else. Because I do think I think you put him on a team. Like, he's got a no-trade list too, and what hasn't gotten out is where he'll go. You know what I'm saying?
Not yet.
Because he's got a list of teams where he'll go. Because those conversations have probably happened. Sure. Like, hey, listen, where are you willing to accept a trade to? And he's going to put himself, and the Blues are going to end up trading him, if they do trade him, to a team where he's going to play with faster players, maybe better rush players, better attacking players, maybe a deeper offensive team where I do think that you put him in a right situation with his speed and his scoring ability. You play him with a couple really talented elite players that,
like, where do you think?
And a change of scenery, taking a deep breath, having some of that pressure and all of the chatter off of his shoulders.
What's a good place for him?
Tampa, Anaheim, San Jose.
I was just going to say that.
Edmonton.
I bet you the Islanders would like him. But
Edmonton.
Ooh.
Toronto.
Yeah. Is that a better spot? Are the Blues going to be better in Toronto next year?
Probably. I don't know.
I know.
People are complaining, saying we're talking too much about Toronto, and like we're just.
Who isn't?
I know, no shit.
Sorry, you guys. Wait. You guys forced this issue on us, man. You brought the drama. Okay, a lot of shit going on up there.
Okay,
first round pick. Okay, you got a lot of shit going down. God dang, got to talk about it. Sorry, we talk about Connor McDavid in Edmonton. Sorry. What about Montreal for Kyrou?
Great,
a little
too.
Extra step.
I mean, he's better than Bolduc.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, like.
Yeah, he is. I mean, God, yeah. Yeah, but he's making 8. I mean, where they? I think they're high. I think their cap is. I don't know. We'll see how it all plays out.
He's better than a lot of guys on that team.
He's a better. Damn right he is. He'd probably be better in the playoffs than Caulfield was.
Jeez. Where were you, Caulfield?
Shit, Andy. What do you mean? Like, am I wrong? Fuck. Kyrou healthy?
Larkin never plays in the playoffs. I want to go to Florida.
I'm a playoff
Vegas.
Player. Damn it.
I want a gold medal. Put me in Florida or Vegas.
Then I don't know. until it happens, and all of a sudden he fucking turns it on. I don't know.
Dude, you've been the captain of that team. Like, this is on you.
Again, last
this
year.
is on you and man. It's not just everybody else.
But last year you had a chance to take them and propel them into the playoffs.
I just think there's a lot of players. I'm not saying Larkin necessarily, but like this.
Need to calm down a little bit.
Very selfish.
Calm down a little bit. I don't know. There's a lot of drama.
Send me to the best teams in the league.
I want the best.
Like, why don't you get Detroit in the playoffs?
Yeah, prove that. Can I see you in the playoffs?
Like, if I'm Florida, like, what? We're going to give up all this for... You can't even get Detroit in the playoffs?
We don't know how you are... We don't know how much slower you're going to be whenever you get hit every
I
single
wish
shift
I could
this
just
time.
read Yzerman's
Brain?
mind, his
Yeah.
brain. What's his opinion of this whole situation, this fucking guy?
I'm not happy. Because Eisman went through the same thing.
And guess what? He waited it out.
And what happened?
He finally got some help, and they turned into a dynasty.
And you know what? Eisman's been there for a long time.
And he's 10 times the player that Dylan Larkin will ever be.
No shit. Then he gets a 1995 lockout year, and they fucking dominate. They got the Russian Five. Bowman's got everything going, and they're like, "This is gonna be it. This is it." Everybody, the Detroit's pumped up. Then they face the Devils and get fucking rocked.
Yeah, I know.
And then they lose again. It's 96 because then they're like, okay, so there's like two even more hardcore
Let's get
years.
Shanahan. Let's
There
get some
you
of these
go.
other
We
guys.
need toughness up front. We need to fucking balance our lines down.
But they have a great number one defenseman in Moritz Seider. Like,
damn good.
Detroit
People
had
put him in the
Lidstrom and
top
stuff.
10.
Yeah, like
you
they
know?
they've got pieces there.
They
I
got the
bet
ring.
you. I
They
bet
got the
you they've been trying to cater to this kid for years.
Yeah, probably, man. He's turned into a princess.
And now it's like, I'm a gold medal. I'm out. I want to play for Vegas or Florida.
When you win a gold medal like that, though, your confidence boosts a little bit.
It does.
Fucking right, it does. You found a way.
I want to go to a place that's already established.
How was he in the Olympics?
Not as good as he was in the Four Nations, but he had
How
some.
much ice time did he get?
Oh, he had some good games.
Did he sit out any games?
No, he has some
Just
good
asking.
games. I like him as a player. He's fine, but it's like
I don't remember.
I just don't. I'm not buying into the hype. I'm not reacting like a lot of the rest of the hockey world is. Like he's some superstar. I'm not going there.
But you could also say, just like your counterpoint to Kairu, you could be a superstar somewhere else because you just got some cats next to you.
Oh, and he will be. This guy scores 30 every year, and he's a
He
great
could
player.
fly- he could
I
fly.
like
He
Larkin.
could fly.
I'm just saying, like
I know
sometimes
what
when
you're saying.
and I will say this happens way more than people realize. Guys asking for trades all over the place. But Stevie Y, it's not out of the question that this guy's still on the roster when training camp comes
How
around.
do
Is
three-
he going to hold out if he's on the roster?
Ooh,
Somebody brought up the Pavel Bure situation where Bure held out forever, then forced the deal, and Brian Burke was forced to make a deal with
Don
Florida
Cherry was losing it. I
that he
remember.
didn't want to make because he didn't get a great deal, but basically Bure outweighted
Yeah.
Brian Burke.
To Florida.
Is this guy prepared to do that?
And I remember when Don Cherry fucking and then Berkey came on and went toe to toe with Don Cherry on the panel about some. Oh my God! It was the biggest
one
drama
more thing
fest
before we
ever.
get to Dan Muse.
Yeah.
Don't ever prank me and having police search my car.
What I always tell you, no. Don't ever prank me ever, motherfucker.
What is
Nobody.
going on with
Don't
that?
prank me. I don't like to get fucking
Hey,
pranked.
Andre
pranks.
Vasilevsky,
Ooh.
can I tell you, I'm on your side here, buddy. You're probably pissed deep down. Like, what? Was that funny? I don't even understand. This poor kid, he's working out. They pull him outside and they're like, hey, can we search your vehicle? Now, they did say that there was somebody in the area who was like robbing things and breaking into cars or something, whatever it was. So I don't think he felt like he was in trouble, but you never know what he drove in that day and what he had in his car or what his buddy put into the glove compartment the night before. You just never know. I'm just saying.
No shit. Somebody's breaking into my fucking truck. I would be like, what the fuck?
You got
is
dogs sniffing his cars and stuff.
Oh,
what is going on?
It's a nightmare. I just want
think there's-
help me out.
I like what they did with Wierenski. They surprised him at a pool
sweet, with
party,
his
and they got a
family.
barbecue. They bring the Ted
His
Lindsay.
dad looks like a badass, by the way.
Oh my God.
God!
I know.
What the fuck is
I
that?
know.
I saw that. It was sweet. And
Connor
he's not-
McDavid's playing golf with his wife, and
like,
they bring the Ted Lindsay Award
make
out.
me happy.
Exactly.
I didn't like it.
What they did with Matthew Schaefer.
Sweetest, on there.
They're like, we have to search your car.
And like, I don't think he's that type of personality that's like
Remember what Aaron...
Marc-Andre Fleury or something.
No. Remember what Aaron Ekblad told us they did to him? They put him in handcuffs and stuff.
Yeah, I don't like
The
it.
cops came and like grabbed him out of the
Wow, dude.
facility.
Nowadays, like, don't pull. There's enough of that shit.
His nice ass Porsche. The dogs are sniffing all over it.
They went through
going through his car.
You got my keys.
And then he's like, "What the fuck did they?" I can't even celebrate and enjoy and be happy about my Vezina trophy because I'm rattled and thinking, why are these guys searching my car?
Like, it's not the guy to do it to either. It's not like he's
like John Cooper's at a hospital and they bring the
like
Jack
that's what I would
Adams.
want. Or like surprise me when I'm on my dock with my family.
Right.
It all comes down. Everybody's like, the grandkids
They
or
did
whatever.
that.
Something like that. Like
they did
whatever
that
it
with
is.
Connor Hellebuck last year.
Yeah, with your kids and your friends' kids, and everybody gets a look and when you texted me that, I'm like, yeah, dude. Like, no, I don't like that at all. But anyway, we got Dan Muse on. We got Danny Boy Muse.
Danny Boy Muse, man.
Danny Boy Muse.
He's got Malcolm for another year. He's got Sid the Kid. He got great young players. And we'll see what Pittsburgh, if they can do it again next year. Dan Muse, man, on this edition of the Cam and Strick podcast.
Yeah,
baby.
boy. What's up?
Brought to you by Stiefel Cam, where success meets success.
Those are our people right there.
They are.
Stiefels are peoples.
Where success meets success. First for them, you see they had T.I. at the Summer Bash. We weren't able to go. We weren't able to go this year.
Tip.
T.I.
Tip.
Oh, Tip, yeah. At
That
Tip.
shoulder lean. Shoulder lean.
Are you familiar with Marshmallow?
Yeah.
Are you?
That shoulder lean.
Are you familiar with Marshmallow?
No.
He was one of the Marshmallow Head guy.
What?
He wears like a marshmallow on his head.
Andy.
It's like house music. I wasn't familiar with him, but he was one of the singers there at the First Forum Summer Bash too. Looks like they had a great time. Cam and I had gone the last 3 or 4 years. We just couldn't make it this year, so which was too bad because it looked like a great way. I would have loved to go to a T.I. concert
Hell yeah.
at Tip.
T.I. pay. That's Tip.
Get your protein from First
They
Forum.
pranked
First Forum.
him one time.
Did they? Oh, I
Fucking
remember that.
Ashton. Same thing.
Ashton
Drug
Kutcher.
Drug charges and gun charges
getting
at
pissed.
his private airport ticket. I'll kill you,
I know.
Andy. I feel like there's people that like to do that. Don't do that to me. I've been pranked before and I didn't like it.
I'm gonna do it.
And I might get you.
Do you know-
No, I might not prank you.
There's a kid
and
on
get
there's a
you.
kid on my hockey team.
I'll get you.
on my kids' hockey team.
Fuck with me with that
And
shit.
his dad, we couldn't make it or whatever, but it was like his 40th birthday party or something, or 35th. I don't know. It was his birthday. And one of the other dads used to be a cop with the department in the town where the party was. So they had a cop come and like act like they needed to talk to him, brought him outside, and like acted like they were gonna arrest him and all this stuff, dude. Woo-wee.
No. I got enough bullshit. I don't need it. Don't do that shit to me. I don't do it to you.
Damn.
I'm not putting you fucking stressed out like that. I'm gonna stress you out. What the fuck do I want that for? I need you to be normal.
What do you think?
Jesus. Forgetting shit left and right.
Mhm.
I need Andy to be fucking, I need him to get a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
I need him to eat. He's fucking cooking his brain, not eating all fucking day. Forgetting goddamn shit left and right. I'm smoking and drinking. I got a way better memory than you.
So I go to a Ivy had a dance recital
Shit.
the other day.
Oh, I saw cute. God, that was so gosh dang cute. It was. It just was.
And
She's getting older.
And I love her.
She's getting
so
older.
She is.
I haven't seen her in a while. Dude.
I know.
I saw
Isn't she? I know.
Go, whoa.
I know. And
She's
she-
getting older. She looks fucking cute, man.
and
Good
she
for
is.
her, dude.
She is so cute.
I know.
And you know, my other, she doesn't like sports and stuff like that.
So what?
And like, no, I know. It's my
Cares?
daughter,
Oh,
dude.
shit.
Like, be a girl. You know what I'm saying?
Go be a girl.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Not that girls can't play sports because they can. WNBA is a great league. It has
Maddie-
been for
Maddie.
a long time. And the women's NCAA women's softball tournament's fantastic.
Go. You're talking about
But-
Ivy. Stop getting
so-
distracted.
She had one dance in this performance, right?
Yeah.
And there was like 14 dances to go. So me and another dad went outside and like, let's just go chill. So we,
I don't blame you.
oh my God.
I love Ivy, but just don't invite me to anything.
Dude, I'm not sitting through 14 dances that my kid's not even
I got
in.
the nieces. I gotta go. I can't.
Okay, so we go out and we're just fucking around. There's one dad kind of snuck out quiet, and I thought my buddy knew him because he said something, and I go, "Sir, you can't leave till the very end. We're gonna ask that you have to go back inside." He looks at me and he goes, "Wow." He walks out. I'm like, dude, no one has a sense of humor anymore. I'm just joking.
Poor guy. See, he's already fucking stressed out because his daughter's going to probably toe pick up there. And now you're telling him he can't. No, he probably is like, my wife's going to be pissed at me. She's going to think I'm in the bathroom.
He's like, wow. I'm like, dude, it's not that big deal, but I'm kidding. You know?
Did he stop?
No, he left.
Yeah, well, then fuck him.
Then this other lady was
okay, enough.
It was at a It was at a high school. She had this kid. She's like, I'm looking for a changing table. I'm like, we're at a high school. I don't think you're gonna find one here. You know,
I hope not. Although Thelma was fucking pregnant, 13 years old, at LaSalle Springs.
Okay.
Thelma, sweet woman.
We've had a lot of those situations.
She was fucking preggo. And everybody's like, congratulations. I'm thinking, what the fuck is this?
Manny Malhotra, real quick.
Yeah.
Would you draft your son third overall? Would you?
Fuck yeah.
I'm not doing that.
Dude, he's been coaching his son forever, dude.
No, he hasn't been.
Yeah, I thought he's been, didn't his son grow up with him?
Oh, probably. But I mean, he's been coaching in the minors.
That's what I heard. Oh, yeah, I know. Not lately, but he knows his son. The only weird thing would be like, you fucking chirp the coach, but your kid's going to be the young kid. And I don't know. I would not do it.
I think it makes it weird for the rest of the team.
It does. There's a lot of weird shit that's going to go on throughout the year. He's the best.
Like if they're at the bar and they can't talk about the coach.
Yeah, no, you're going to, and he's going to fucking know, and he's going to be like, yeah, you're probably right. It's a business now. You got to shut that off.
It's not human nature.
If he is that good,
I don't want to play with the coach's son in the NHL.
I don't blame you. But if he's that good, you got to take the player, man. If he's separating himself at that pick, I
wouldn't have hired him if I'm taking him third overall.
That's okay. You make sense there.
Manny Malhotra may be a really good coach, and they didn't want to lose him to Toronto or whatever.
Or make him.
But I'm sorry, we're going to take your son third overall. I don't think it's in the best.
So you're not going to do it?
No.
If he's the best player? Okay.
I'm trading out of 3.
He's going to listen to his dad and just be like, hang with the guys like, no, I fucking get it. As a player.
And then they're at the bar and somebody's like, fuck Manny.
Fuck him. And he's like, I don't blame you.
And then he goes home.
Because there's a lot of guys.
Like, Dad, all the guys are mad at you. They're making me uncomfortable.
Some guys like the fucking coach and get treated great, and some guys don't. And when the guys that don't like the coach say, fuck you, those guys are like, fuck you too. They just don't say it. So he might be. There's so much shit drama going on. I don't know.
I'm sorry. The NHL's not for that.
For what?
Coach's son.
Where has it happened and succeeded? That's what we got to look at history. Has this happened before? Who's coached their son and how did it work out? Probably not good. Has this ever happened in hockey history?
Just take the Chase Reed kid. Although you just lost Quinn, but now you have the kid that they got, Zeev. See, I don't know if you need. I don't know. I don't know what you need.
I don't, Andy. Like, good God.
But
dude.
come on.
Everybody's like this, that, and the other. I'm like,
you had the third overall pick. The kid you want, if you want him.
Manny's probably fucking
and Manny
ready to
may
go,
fall
dude.
a little further down, dude.
You might work out, and it's the best fucking son.
On a lot of the mock trades, I don't see him going third overall.
Manny's going to be hardcore on him.
Dude, I'm talking about the rest of the team. Brock Besser has been playing in the league forever. He can't be like,
they're going to forget about it eventually. I just...
Like, Dad, you're making it uncomfortable for me.
Oh, he's not fucking calling him fucking dad either.
Oh, what do you call him?
Fucking Manny.
Coach?
Yeah. Manny. What are we doing here? And maybe he'll fucking be the conduit to be like, tell your fucking dad he needs to smarten up with this. I don't know, man. I
don't like parent coaches even at the youth level unless everybody benefits from that coach. Like if the coach has significant hockey
because
background.
At that level is so much different than the pro level, dude. Like this,
I know.
Manny's not going to give a shit.
So I'm saying you get to at the NHL level.
That level, you want your
worse.
kid to take it to the next level. No, wait. At that level, at the youth level, you're like, I need my kid to be everywhere. I'm going to give him everything I can because I'm his daddy.
I know.
At this level, he's going to be like, this is business. I don't want to get fired.
No, he's a rookie, 18-year-old.
Does I even make the team for a while? I don't know.
Maybe he doesn't. That's true.
It's good. Listen, it's a good conversation.
It's a great conversation.
Great
Let us know what
conversation.
you think.
I'm not wrong. You're
Let
not
us
wrong.
know what
we
you
might
think.
both be wrong.
Let
Who
us know
knows?
what you think.
Yeah. We love all you guys. And you got to check out our YouTube too.
Yes.
You got to watch us. My sweat. Look at my pit stains right now. It's unbelievable.
Oh my God, dude.
Unbelievable. Let's go.
Firstform.com/Cam&Strick. Use our link and use it today. Get all the protein, get everything you need from First Form, baby. I've been using that clear protein. I'm going to give Ty a shake when he gets off the ice
Oh, it's
today.
the
My
nicest
daughter
thing ever.
has one. She's at a college ID camp right now. She took it with her.
Yep.
The bars, everything else, the meat sticks, man. There are so many different ways to get your protein to be healthy. It's a lifestyle. Firstform.com/Cam&Strick. Use our link and use it today. Chevy Powerhouse, baby.
Jim Butler is a Chevy powerhouse. Yeah. Woo! Goddamn right. I love my truck. Even if it's flooding out right now in St. Louis, I know I'm like safe to get home. Like I'll get through anything, baby. God, I went in there and bought that bitch. Took me an hour and a half. Easy peasy. And they'll buy your car that you got. They'll buy your old car.
Yeah, they will.
Want to do
They
that.
will.
They're right there in Fenton. Shit kickers buy from Jim
And
Butler.
they have sushi and flavored water there, too.
Why do you...
No, I'm just saying.
Seriously, why do you
'Cause
recycle jokes, dude?
just
I don't even say swinging dicks anymore.
Well, I know because
I'm changing
they
it
don't
up.
have that there.
I'm
just saying.
There's no...
I'm
You... See, this is
I'm
where you're
just saying
not
now-
good at stuff.
type A.
Type A personality.
Hey, number one Chevy dealer,
Type
Cam,
B
in the Midwest.
personality.
Number one Chevy dealer in the Midwest
You're damn right they are.
for 12 years.
Selling the fuck out of them trucks, boy. Woo!
Over 920 new Chevrolets.
Dude, I love my truck so much, dude. I do.
11-time Chevrolet Dealer of the Year award winner, 8-time JD Power Dealer of Excellence, serving St. Louis for over 45 years. You gotta be kidding. Drop the mic.
Drop the mic.
Drop the fucking
Right
mic.
there in Fenton. Gravois Bluffs, right there. Walk in, say hey to everybody. They'll fucking take on a golf cart and check all these shit kicking
Say
trucks
drop
out.
the mic.
Drop the mic. Buy a shit kicker. Makes you feel good. Makes you feel like a man again.
Yes, it does.
You wouldn't know. That's not
How
what you're.
dare you?
That's not what you're
I'm
going
looking for a truck.
That's not
I'm looking
what
for a
you're going
2500.
for. That's not what you're
I'm
going
looking for a 2500.
You couldn't even reach the pedals.
with balls reaching.
With the nutsack. I might have to get that.
I
just
never
to
heard of that
fucking-
until I met you.
Come on, because you've never been out yonder.
No. Yonder.
You've never been out yonder.
I have
dude.
been out yonder.
Shit.
Blue No Roofing, baby.
Yeah.
He goes out yonder. He goes
he's got
everywhere.
Work. He's got fucking.
Oh my God.
Novi, you got work to do.
Doing the rain dance today, boy.
He's probably like, give me the fucking day off.
Well, today's not working outside.
Yeah, I know.
But
So
his
he's a day off
his phone
His
is
phone
off
is-
the hook.
because there's gonna be hail. There's gonna be more
Oh,
storms.
really?
Yes. Even
Oh.
that fucking.
Cam gave me no heads up on this, dude. He didn't have
I'm
any
not talking.
idea. No, you didn't.
Don't bullshit
Weatherman.
me.
He's the weatherman.
No, you are though.
I am.
You are. You're everything
They used
that
to
I
call
am.
my brother the
And
weatherman.
he's everything I am.
When I went to
It's
church.
unbelievable.
Oh.
He's a fucking chameleon.
Cam, when I
And
was
people are noticing that.
I had somebody. Okay, I
You
had somebody come to my house the other day to perform some stuff,
Excuse me?
and he's like, "Hey, man, I just want to let you know everybody needs a little Jesus in your life, so here's a little Jesus," and he gave me a little Jesus. It was a tiny little. I should have brought it in. It was a little miniature thing.
You tell Lori?
Yeah, she loved it.
You guys, is it still in the house?
I'm gonna show it to you.
That's cool. And he's like, I'm with Jesus now.
Nothing.
Okay, come on. Who gives
No.
a fuck?
So what do you think of that?
I don't care.
Look at it.
I don't care. I don't care. He's cute, man.
No, see.
Right, good luck. That's all. Yeah, Maddie's not looking.
So I think people
No.
like that.
Yeah, okay.
He's cool, man. He's
Yeah.
just spreading the.
The good word.
He's being nice.
Okay?
Being nice.
Do you know about the good word?
Yeah. Blue Note Roofing, 314-920-5713. Call David Novak today. Let him take great care of you. Roofing, gutters, soffit, fascia, siding.
He's going to be busy boy.
Soffit,
Busy
fascia.
boy. Lot of storms. Son of a bitch.
Soffit, fascia.
Fascia. Lot of storms.
Woo! We spas
Boogie.
and more, boy. I am
Oh.
hot tubbing son of a bitch.
You are a hot tub motherfucker. It looks goddamn good.
It is so.
It did.
All the
I
different
saw-
colors, man.
Dude, I saw the. I'm like, I'm so glad you put it there.
yeah.
Like, I was wondering if you're gonna put it like, because I'm like visual in your backyard. I'm like, is it gonna be against? No, this is perfect.
Perfect.
Perfect. It's hidden. It's right there. You could see the backyard. You could see everything. It's awesome.
I need someone to come add
You
more
need-
concrete on my. I'm going to
you-
add up more concrete on my
You need
back
a
porch.
TV.
I know. I looked at it. And I had them set up
They're
the electrical so I can put it up.
Put one up there so you don't...
Would it get ruined today in the rain or what?
No, dude, there's outside TVs that you have to have a little thing. There's TVs that can handle rain.
Really?
Yes, dude. All these outside TVs. Do you think all these restaurants that you're going down Manchester, all those TVs are ruined because of today? They would have been ruined last week and then the week before.
Okay.
You think they're buying new fucking TVs?
Okay.
Jesus.
Spas and more.
Earthquakes.
Who puts the eye on spa?
Spas and more. Angie, what's up, girly girl? What's up? Let's go. Fucking sitting in my goddamn sauna. Even the other day, it took a little bit more. In the morning, I drink my coffee and I do push-ups and all that stuff. Then I get in that son of a bitch and I'm sweating like this right off the bat. Bam! Only have to go 20 minutes. But if I'm just coming home and I'm like in a cold point in my body, right, where I haven't been moving much and I go sit in that thing, it takes a little bit longer for your everything to open up and get out of you. But it's nice. I watched a little movie in there. It doesn't heat up my phone. I love it.
They've got the big hot tub and swim spa blowout sale. June 12th to the 14th at the St. Charles Convention Center.
Yeah, they're fun. Those fun. We went
They've
there.
got financing available and all that type of stuff.
She's
too.
going to be selling those like hotcakes.
Hotcakes, baby.
Yeah. When do you see this commercial?
And
I did with
Brad
her?
and everybody who delivered it, all the shit kickers.
Oh, they're the fucking
They're the best,
dude. They don't need anything. They walk in, boom. It was so nice.
So nice.
It makes you feel good when you got good people going in there.
Easy Tiger, baby.
That mind right. And getting a hot tub too.
Easy Tiger Cannabis. Get your mind right.
God, yeah. Hell yeah.
So would you
Whatever
do
you
Easy Tiger, then the hot tub?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Good God. Would I do that? What the fuck do you think?
What other you have?
That's normal question.
I
Seriously.
know,
Like, do you know how to do these?
Tell the people why they would need Easy Tiger.
Well, it depends on who you are
AZ.com.
and what you're going through.
Medical issues. it
Medical
could be.
issues. Can you not sleep? Do you need to get awake? Do you need this?
Pain.
You need to look it up.
Pain
and, like,
management.
Pain management too. So you're not eating those fucking pills that I got addicted to and spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on. Done near died.
That
twice.
one guy who ate all
Done
those
near died
pills
twice.
and then he was in jail for fighting everybody.
Okay, but listen, was it you? You're making it about yourself again? I went through that shit. You
No,
want pills.
I didn't do that.
Weed's not messing with you. Listen, if you're a 14-year-old kid and all he's doing is sitting in the basement and smoking weed, you got a problem. You're fucking 45 years old and you're fucking slinging tar, and when you want to get home, you don't want to drink anymore and you want to fucking hit a couple hits of weed, you're goddamn right. It'll put you to sleep. It'll get you up in the morning. It's not that hard on you at all. It's the best thing you could do. If you want to tie it all together, drinking's tough, man. Smoking weed, getting your mind right, but you got to talk to people and know exactly what you're getting into.
We are in our Window World studios, baby. This interview with Dan Muse is brought to you by Window World here on the Cam and Strick podcast presented by Stiefel. Window World. We had a great lunch with JB and everybody the other day.
Yeah. I played a game with Jimma.
Oh, how'd it go?
I think it'll be okay.
Really?
Yeah, I did okay.
You didn't tell me about it, so that must be...
Well, why would I
I'm
tell you?
surprised you
Because
didn't bring
anytime
it
I
up.
tell Andy about anything and he's going to look at it, he's going to make fun of me anyway and say it's terrible.
Probably.
Andy's one of those guys that's just nothing's good.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I kind of don't tell him anything, to be
That's
honest
not
with you.
true.
So I just do things and I let it go. And if I want to post it, I will.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Well, you better post it, actually.
It'll be
You
pretty
have
funny.
other things
It's
to
only going to be
post.
a 5-minute clip.
Oh,
but
really?
I
Is
was
that
there
it?
for like 5 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So-
Sounds cool, man. Maddie, I love it. Okay, so Window World.
The windows are getting fucked up, too.
800 get Windows.
800 get Windows.
800 get Windows.
800 get Windows. 800 get Windows. 800 get
They
Windows.
got a big event coming up on July 25th, too.
Oh, yeah. We got some cats we're going to... Anybody around St. Louis that we know that are listening right now, man, that want to partake in a nice charity event, sit at our table, all free food, free fucking party. These guys are cool as shit, by the way. Cool as shit. Window World. They love hockey, man.
And they
Down
got
to
the
earth.
best
Goddamn.
windows.
And you know what? You got to get your windows fixed, too, because it's just costing you extra money, especially when it's going to get to 110 degrees here soon.
WindowWorldSt.Louis.com. If you already have Window World windows, remember that Window World can also do siding and doors. They can do it all. We can help you with everything. Everything. Ask your sales rep about products that the Window World sells that are compliant with the current Energy Star standards, Cam.
Okay.
One thing that separates this company from the rest is their commitment to customer service. This is why their excellent track record shows with both the BBB and other reporting agencies. We used to do a lot of stuff with the BBB.
Yeah, we did.
Better Business Bureau, baby. Window World, 800 get Windows,
800 get Windows, 800 get Windows. We
Dan
love you guys.
Muse is next in the
Let's go.
Cam & Strick podcast, live from the Window World studios, presented by Stiefel, baby.
Let's go.
The Cam & Strick podcast is brought to you by First Form, baby. Use our link and do it today. www.firstform.com/camandstrick.
Get jacked now. They are the real deal.
Get that protein, check out the apparel, eat those bars, and drink those energy drinks. Firstform.com/camandstrick.
Yeah.
Now on to the interview. Everyone I know who lives out on the East Coast, Massachusetts, I guess New York, like the kids don't get out of school till like late June or something, right?
Yeah, middle of the month. Yeah. They get out at different times, but it's later for sure. They got the short summer. They're not happy about that right now. Sometimes they make the move and they get the long summer on both ends.
Yeah.
They got the short summer because they're starting mid-August in Pittsburgh. So
Okay.
We just hit record and go, man. We don't waste time.
How many kids do you have?
4 kids. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I think I saw that.
4 kids. Yeah, 3 daughters and a son. 14, 11, 9, and 6.
How about that?
God, I mean,
are they hockey players or no?
My oldest plays, or 3 of them. Yeah. So my oldest daughter plays, my son plays, and my youngest daughter plays, and then my second oldest, she just does gymnastics, and that's a wild sport in itself. It's every single day. It's 3 or 4 hours a day. It's
my
crazy.
God! So
Are
you're
you-
one of those gymnastic parents where they're going every single day. It's crazy.
Yeah, we jumped. I always said we'd never be those parents, and we became those parents.
are you like looking on Live Barn when you can, when you're, traveling or whatever, trying to watch all the games you can?
A little bit at the end of the year. It's tough to watch, like my wife will send some videos every now and then, but it's, this year I didn't get to see much, but my son plays some in the spring. So like now I'm getting to go to some of his games, which is also spring hockey is also crazy. I always said I wouldn't be that parent, and we became those parents, but,
Hey, congrats on a great year, though, man.
God,
we
yeah.
wanted to get you on. You got a great
course.
story.
Yeah, you do.
I'm waiting for that Jack Adams to come down, man. When are they going to announce the award?
no, I have no idea on any of those things. That was, that's a full credit to the players, the rest of the staff, the organization, all those people make me look better than I actually am. So
They announced the Norris today, so I would
Yeah.
imagine obviously during the Stanley Cup final they'll start naming some of those awards. But congrats for being a finalist.
You deserve it.
What's the difference now, like off season as a head coach in the NHL versus every other experience you've had throughout your coaching career, just in terms of the off time? What are you doing now versus maybe what you would have been doing in the past?
I think with the position it changes a little bit. I always think that the off season's it's a great opportunity to look into different things that you want to do better. It might be things that I need to do better, or I want to do better as a coach, and also things that we can look at that we want to implement and do differently next year. And so there's in season, like you're constantly on the go. You're constantly looking at that next game. You don't have as much time to be able to kind of really like dig into different things that, you might want to explore, different areas that you might want to look at in terms of, changes, adjustments, anything like that. And so the summertime, you can look at those things. It doesn't mean you're always going to change much, but you can at least look into different things that are out there. You can dive in and watch other teams a little bit closer than maybe you can during the season. And so, I think it obviously with the position, it changes going from being an assistant coach to being a head coach, just the different things that you might look at. But I think the summertime it's always a good opportunity to grow and get better.
Are you watching games like, just interesting? Are you taking notes down, calling people, be like, I like what they're doing over here. It's working out. Maybe we should try this with some guys.
It's probably game to game with 4 kids. Sometimes we always have the games on, but sometimes it gets a little more difficult to really sit down and watch the entire thing when I get them. No, my son likes to stay up and watch the games too. So, sometimes it's just, you're watching and, you're always taking in things. You're always seeing things and watching, what's working, what's not working, why is it working, why is it not working. I think anytime you watch, you're always thinking about those things. And then, as you go through the summer, you might go back and look at some teams a little bit closer, or look at different parts of the game a little bit closer.
Your story's crazy though.
is.
You lived all over the place. Like you're moving everywhere. You're in Alabama. You're in California. You're out east. So was your dad in the military? Like what
Yeah.
led to you guys moving around as much as you did?
No, that's what people always ask. He wasn't. We just moved a lot. Like it was just different reasons. Like we lived in Chicago for I guess that was 5 years. My parents were both went back to school there, and then we moved to Worcester, Mass for 3 years, and then Northern California for I think it was 3 years there, and then 2 years in Alabama, and that's why I started playing hockey in Alabama. My mom's from Alabama, so my father's from outside Boston. My mother's from Alabama. And so like her whole family was down there. And so we moved back there and and then we ended up, I think it was going into 8th grade. We moved back to Canton, Mass, just outside of Boston. And then so there through high school.
We're at in Alabama, by the way.
Just outside of Birmingham.
Okay, yeah.
Hoover, Alabama.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Cam acts like he knows where that
Well,
is.
you guys had a nasty, you had a nasty tornado in 2011, the Tuscaloosa tornado.
Oh shit.
Yeah, don't get me started on that.
Dude, listen. You got the East Coast accent though. You don't have the Southern accent.
No.
So you sound like you were like in Boston your whole life. So where's the accent come from?
Yeah, I feel like it's like a little bit of a blend, but mostly I spent a lot of time on the East Coast. So it's most of that. No Southern draw here.
When you were in Worcester and you moved to Northern California, we were like, God dang, Mom and Dad, can we stay here for a little bit?
Which part of Northern California though? Where were
So
you?
it's right between Sacramento and Tahoe in the El Dorado Hills area. And so it's like, it's all like, it's more farmland. It's not what you think of when you think of California. And like, there was literally no hockey. There was no option to play hockey. Like that's where I wanted to start playing hockey. And like, there was no, like, it wasn't possible. And so, we just kind of moved for different reasons. I don't know. My parents were always like, there's an opportunity, to go out there. And we had some family out there as well. And it was just, let's do it. So, I mean, we moved out there and like, we lived on like acreage. We had goats and chickens and
Oh my God.
wild. And like, we had no experience or like really right to have any of those things. It wasn't like my parents grew up on like with animals or on a farm, but they just decided to do it. And so it was a really, all the experiences. I mean, I think it's the same thing now. It's like, I look back and like I had all these unbelievable opportunities and experiences as a kid, getting to move all over the country and learning how to adapt in all these new places. And, now we're doing it together with my family and, we've gotten to live in some really cool spots and like my kids have friends like literally all over the country. So there's pros and cons to all the moving. I think that we've got to live in some great places and make some great friends and have some great experiences now, just like I did when I was a kid.
So how'd your parents even know how to do that? Are they just reading about farm animals? You
Yeah,
can't
we
just get a
just-
bunch of animals and be like, one's sick. What do we do? Call the hospital. Like,
We were
how do
just
you figure it
winging
out?
We were
Winged
just
it?
winging it. I'm the oldest
Shit.
of 5, and so like I was the one who was like feeding them every day, and like you look back on it, it's just crazy. But it was, I just
a good
wanted to try
experience.
something new. So
No
I
shit.
mean,
Any
I give them a lot of
bears?
credit. It was a great experience.
Any bears? I almost got killed by a bear in Tahoe.
Don't waste his time.
Attacked. Almost got attacked. I mean,
It was a stump.
brings flashbacks. Any bears come on your property though when you're in California or no?
Not that no, there was bobcats. I know there
Yeah.
was bobcats around. I don't think I ever saw any, but yeah, it's
You're one of those chickens.
yeah.
Exactly.
Shit.
Exactly. So was your dad a hockey guy or no?
He grew up playing. Yeah, he's one of 11 kids, and so he played through high school. He didn't play in college, but a couple of my uncles did. I had one uncle that played at UPenn, and they still had a team, and then one of them played at UMass Amherst, and so like that was a big part of it too. Is just kind of like even when I was a kid, like there was no real hockey around us. There was no rinks. Until I got into like to Massachusetts. I mean, there's only 2 in Alabama, but like, it was like between my father and my uncles and people I looked up to, like I knew that they played and I just, I wanted to play. And I had to, obviously wait till I was 11 years old to even live in an area that, had a rink close by.
So you're in law school. Like, walk us through that conversation. You call your family back home and you say, hey, listen, I'm quitting law school. Like, how did you get the coaching bug prior to that? Like, where did you get the coaching bug to want to
in law
coach?
school. I got into law school. I never actually went to law school. So like after college, that's what I was thinking I was going to do. So I spent a year, to study for the LSATs. And during that year, I needed a job. And so I wanted to coach, like even in college, like coach some, like I have a brother that's 13 years younger than me. So like my college that I went to was only about 15 minutes from my parents. So like I helped out coaching his team, even like while I was in college. I coached high school lacrosse as like a spring job. I think it was 2 of the years I was in college. Like it was like just to make some extra money. I coached at some of the local high schools. So I liked coaching. And so I knew I wanted to do that, but I also was planning on going to law school. So I got a job as a paraprofessional aide, just an aide working in a special ed classroom at the high school that I went to my first year. And that was more or less just because like it worked out time wise where I'd be able to coach. And originally I was going to coach, like help out at my high school, Campton High School. And then I ended up getting an opportunity to be an assistant coach at Milton Academy, which I was thrilled about. Like that was, I wasn't expecting that. Opportunity was there. So I got to do that. And so I'm working helping out some youth hockey programs, coaching as an assistant coach at a prep school, in a classroom, even though I'm not teaching. And I really liked it. Like I thought it was great. Like I really like both elements, the being in the classroom and obviously the coaching, which I think go hand in hand. And so as I went through that process, ended up, going through, taking the LSATs, got into law school. And it was like at the open house for Suffolk Law that I'm like, I walked out of there, I just knew right away. I'm like, yeah, this isn't for me. Like, I'm going to try something else. So not try something else. I wanted at the time, I thought I want to just teach and coach. And so I applied for teaching jobs where, I didn't take a single education class. Like I wasn't a history major. So I was just kind of winging it. I ended up getting an opportunity. There's a Catholic school outside of Boston, Archbishop Williams High School. And they at a Catholic school, you can hire anybody. And so they hired me. And so then I got a full-time, teaching job that second year out of college, continued coaching at Milton Academy. And just, I just kind of one of those things. It's like you go through that process and you have something in mind thinking, all right, this is a path I'm going to go down. And then it just hits you like, this isn't for me. This is, it's pretty clear to me that like, I want to, at the time I thought teach and coach and just, find a way to do this as a profession. And, and I love teaching. Like I really like the year I had as a high school history teacher was huge for me because I had no idea like really what I was doing. It's at the time my girlfriend at the time, now my wife, she was she went to grad school and she was a great teacher. She had to stop teaching because of me, but like she was getting her master's degree. And meanwhile, like I just jumped right into it, no education class, nothing. And I'm basically just staying like a chapter ahead of the students. But it was great. A lot of the things I learned that year too were still like, I think that kind of helped me kind of form my ideas as a coach because like I'm in a classroom with 30 kids and like right away you realize, all right, they all learn differently. They all are going to be motivated differently. Like it was a school too that had some like kids from right in the city and then you had kids from the suburbs. So they're coming from different backgrounds and like, you just got to figure out like, all right, what's going to motivate each of these kids so that they get excited about coming in this class and they get excited about school and they get excited about learning history, even though, I'm still just trying to stay a chapter ahead of them. But it was a really, really good experience. By the end of the year, I realized, all right, I want to teach hockey full time. So.
Yeah, that's the key, man.
No
You
doubt.
got to keep them motivated. You got to keep them
Yes.
excited that they want to come back.
And they're all different.
Yeah.
Hey, how did your wife handle you coaching this past year? Her being at home, she had 4 kids, right, at home. So you're coaching, man. It's like I travel a lot too. I've got 3 kids, but I'm home like every other week or whatever it is. You know what I mean? You're back home. You're gone. You're back home, but you're gone the entire season. How was that for your family this past year, man?
She's incredible. And this is the second time she's done it. Like we did it. The first time we did it was during the pandemic, and it was like right after the pandemic hit. And my youngest was just born; she was a newborn. And like so, my wife, she stayed in Nashville with the kids while I moved to Michigan, and that was while the pandemic's going on. Now, granted, in Nashville, like the pandemic was kind of more of a rumor than anything else, so there's a little bit of a different world down there. but it's still, I mean, it's yeah, she's like Superwoman. It's incredible what she does. Like it's I mean, to do it by yourself with 4 kids, and I mean, right now, to my kids' age, it's like they're everywhere. Like it's like you look at a schedule at the beginning of the week. I'm like, how do you do this? Like, how did you possibly do this on your own? Like, where all these kids, you had my son going to hockey 45 minutes away, daughter gymnastics 30 minutes away, other daughter's got multiple sports. It's crazy. And so she found a way and she makes it work. But it's yeah, no, she's incredible. I mean, it really probably hit more like, you know, I'm in season, like we're busy, and then like you come home after the season and you're like parenting is hard. This is not easy. Like this is draining. This is all day long, nonstop.
Yeah, it
And
is.
yeah, to do it on our own, it was incredible.
Well, you keep doing your thing, man, and you're going to have a butler and a nanny, so she'll be just fine.
Yeah,
you know?
no, it's for kids. You need like an army.
You need an
Yeah, well,
army.
you'll be able to do that too. Hey, let me ask you: most coaches, when they start from scratch, they always start being a video coach? Like, is that like the beginning stages? If you really want to watch the video, clip off everything, show the coaches what you think's going on or what they want you to do. I mean, is that how most coaches start?
I think it's good to. I don't think it's how to. I don't think there's just one way to really kind of get into it. I mean, I found, for me, I knew I tried early on, even when I was in prep school. Like, I remember overhearing a coach talk about that and like, hey, like this is at the time, this was what 2005, 2006. Like I mean, video was obviously big, but I mean, still it wasn't the way it is now. And so like, when I first got into coaching, I remember like, I'm literally like recording DVDs at night. Like I'd like set alarms to like get the late games. And then like, you're like trying to hand cut them and like take these clips that you might use for something. And I mean, it was just so different than it is now. Now it's easier. Now I feel like it's for a lot of these, the guys coming in, it's like there's so much that you could do. It's like more being able to really narrow the scope a little bit. But I think with the video, it's definitely one of the things. I think if it's a young coach who's getting started, like you want to get some experience doing, you want to get some background. I think that there's a lot of different avenues now though for coaches to get into the game and kind of find their way and find their niche into the game.
How long does it take you to go through a game, like on video?
A few hours, I guess.
Oh, really?
I mean, I think it's I think every staff does it a little bit differently. I think, and I think even sometimes depending, I've kind of, been a head coach, been an assistant coach, different organizations, different things. So I feel like every place you've done it, you do it a little bit differently in terms of how you go through a game or how your staff goes through a game. Yeah, it takes a few hours, and then you're going back and you're reviewing it together as a staff and figuring out what you want to show team, what you want to show individuals. I mean, so the process as a whole is definitely more than that.
How do you handle delegating? Because, with your experience and your background, you're used to doing a lot. Like you're cutting video, you've always been an assistant, you always had to grind it. So now as at the NHL, you got all these people on your staff who can do a lot of that. So are you good at like saying, hey, you handle this, you handle that, and come back to me with what you break down or what you see? Or do you like to have your hands in everything?
I hope I'm getting better at it. You have to ask the rest of the staff probably to get an honest answer on that. I think I'm getting better at it. I mean, I've seen it. I guess I go back like as a head coach in junior for the Chicago Steel for a couple of years, and then I got the opportunity to be an assistant coach for Peter Laviolette in Nashville, and I learned a ton there, like from him. Like I learned like in terms of delegating, like that experience. And I think especially going from being a head coach in junior to being an assistant with Labby, and then going back to being a head coach at the NTDP, and then again back to being an assistant with Labby. Like it was a really good transition, the way that worked for me, because I know when I went from Chicago, I don't think I was great at delegating in Chicago. Like I I tried to be, but it was my first head coaching job. I'd worked for Keith Elaine, who used to be the head coach at Yale for 6 years, and he's incredible coach. So I learned a
That's
ton.
my
of his
guy, by
stuff.
the way. You know, he was the Blues goaltending coach when I
know.
first started covering the team, man. So I was following your Yale program. You had Jimmy Martin, who was a St. Louis kid who went there too. So, man, I was following you guys closely, and so I was happy to see you guys win. But Keith Elaine, great coach, always involved with USA Hockey too. So, but go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, so I saw like a great example from him. And I don't think I necessarily applied all those things when I became a head coach. I probably did try to do maybe a little bit too much on my own. Definitely my first year, second year, I thought I'd get better at it. But then, I went, to be an assistant coach for Lavi, and like, I remember there was so many things in that first year. I was like, yeah, I wouldn't have done it this way, but this is definitely the right way of doing it. He's just an incredible coach. And like, yeah, I'm sure he'll be back in this league here soon, as he should be. But I remember like, it was our first, training camp. So like I hadn't worked in pro hockey at all, like ever worked in pro hockey. I obviously, if you look at my hockey DB, you can clearly never played pro hockey. And so like, it was the first training camp, and like right before the camp, he tells me, he's like, all right, like, so I'm going to have you go through one of the systems packages. And, they just went to the Stanley Cup finals. This was a team, like this was coming off the year that they were in the finals. And so like the team had just had a ton of success. I'm coming in as a younger, new assistant coach. And like day one, he's putting me in front of the group. And so like, but he's like, this is his system. It's not my system. Like he's been coaching for a long time, having a lot of success with it. He's like, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit down with you. I'm going to go through everything. And like, I'm going to go through everything. I'm going to make sure you know it. And then like, you're going to present it to me. This was like a Friday. It's like, and you're going to present it to me on Monday. And so like, he showed it to me. I watched it. I think I recorded it. I watched it again and again and again. And like the next Monday I presented it to him. And then whenever it was, a week or two later, we had training camp, and it's like day one, he puts me in front of the group to go over like half of the systems. And like, I remember from that point, like I was like, because I was prepared, but also because like he gave me that opportunity right away. He delegated that to me, where it would have been way easier for him to just do that himself. Like right away, I felt like I hit the ground running. I felt like, okay, I belong. Like I can do this. Like I know, like he put me in there right away. It wasn't like something where it's like, okay, it's gonna be like 2 months of you just watching, and then suddenly like your voice is gonna get in the room. Yeah. And so like, I just remember when that happened, I'm like, there's no way I would have thought of doing that. And like now I try to, for sure. And I'm still probably need to get better at it. But I learned a ton from him in that area. And it's definitely things that like I'm working to try to apply, now that I'm in this position.
You're like PK. I need you to do this.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen up, PK. Before you go shopping.
Stop hooking.
Stop hooking, everybody. I love it. So you had a bunch of good players, man, there in Nashville.
Yeah,
so
you did.
I love the fact that you had the confidence to do that. And Peter, there's like people talk about this presentation you gave him when you interviewed for the job. So I don't know if they're creating something that maybe didn't exist, but like, was there something about this presentation you made when you interviewed for the job in Nashville?
I don't think it was anything different. I just tried to be prepared. It was like, I got an opportunity to go in there and, speak at the time, I was coming off of my second year in Chicago, and I just remember thinking, okay, I got an opportunity here to go in and make an impression and present and kind of show who I am to, Peter Laviolette and to David Poyle. And so I'm going to make sure that I'm ready to go for that. I think it's like anything else. Like you get an opportunity, like you want to make sure that you're presenting yourself in the best way possible. And so, I don't know, I guess that's how I've approached, anytime any of those types of opportunities open themselves up.
We've had over 400 people on this podcast, and we love getting coaches on. We love picking their brain, and they always say something different. And do you talk to other coaches? Do you call other coaches? And even like we have Craig Berube on, and they have a circle where they just talk and they pick each other's brains and whatnot. And give an example, even like watching a podcast with a coach on it. We just had Bruce Cassidy on, and speaking of delegating, he said that one of the things he needs to do is take more control in the locker room and be more one-on-one with the players instead of delegating that out to some assistant coach. So do you talk to coaches? Do you listen to other coaches speak when they're on podcasts and whatnot?
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think you want to be doing that all the time. I think in the summer, like that's when you can do it the most. And so, I mean, there's the guys that I've worked with in the past, or the guys that I might have close relationships with, like those are the people, I think you lean on the heaviest. I think anytime, there's opportunities to make new connections, you try to do it. I mean, over the years, it's like sometimes it's going in, trying to speak with coaches from, in different sports and hearing what they do.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's, again, listen to podcast coaches in, this sport or different sports, or somebody that, just might have a different idea or views things a little bit differently. And you just try to, I think the more that you can do that, the better. Even getting the chance to meet with and speak with coaches over, whether it's Europe or Russia. And I mean, there's so many, good coaches out there that have different ideas, and they're at different levels too. It's not just that, in the NHL. I've had opportunities to meet with and speak with coaches over in the, in Finland, in the Finnish league, or the coach in the KHL. And like, you can, they all have different ideas. And then it's not, you don't take all of them. I think you just, it might get you to think about something a little bit different, or maybe question something that you do, or maybe it is something that's missing, or little tweaks along the way. And so it's, the more you have of them, the more information you can possibly bring in. And then it's always about, like, I think everybody has to stay true to themselves and their belief system and their values. But as coaches, we should always be looking to grow and trying to, find that way of maybe thinking a little bit differently, or question some of the things that, you're doing.
Yeah, man. It's great. It's interesting to hear you talk about. We had Peter Laviolette on the podcast too, and he was great listening to him. Going to the national team program, like, how big was that experience for you? And just talk about the program in general, just the success they've had. I know you coached some international tournaments, had some success doing that. What did that mean to your career to be able to, kind of build off of that before you, really kind of took on the NHL game?
Yeah, it was awesome. And again, I think where it fell for me too, the timing of it was perfect. I coming off of 3 years there as an assistant in Nashville, and then that opportunity, and that was, I think something where, from coaching junior hockey, and then just from, coaching even college hockey and being around and seeing it, it was something that was always like, I don't know if I'd ever get an opportunity like that, but if it's such a unique place, like, I always thought to myself, if this ever presented itself, it'd be incredible. And it was, I think it even exceeded the expectations that I had going in. It's just such a unique place. It's so different in terms of what you're able to do there. And, some really obviously great people there now, but also some, great people that have come through over the years and just continued to build it. It's continued to stack with the different, I think, coaches that have come in there over the years. I think everybody's kind of probably done things a little bit differently, but they've kind of then that, that's there, and it just keeps stacking as it goes. And so I think it's, number one, I think it's a credit to everybody that, kind of started it out, built that foundation, and then continued to grow there. Scott Monahan is, who's there, has been there the entire time since day one. And so a huge credit to him in terms of, him just giving me that opportunity, but also, what he's done there. Like, he was, when the U.S. team won the Olympics this year, he was the first guy that I texted, because he probably doesn't get nearly enough credit for everything that he's done.
You're right about that.
For USA Hockey. And like, you think about it, like, he was there from day one, and like, from the very start. And so I was, obviously thrilled for everybody involved, but like, especially for him, somebody who's behind the scenes. But it has been for the entire time. I think somebody mentioned, I got that job, is like, you go there, it's like where you go to get basically like your master's in coaching. And it's very true. You can try different things. There's no real, as a coach, like, sometimes, you're in the thick of it, and it's like you become a little bit hesitant. And like, just like we say to players, like, you can't be hesitant. You can't second guess. You got to be all in. And like, you can really do that there. And you just have so many resources and so many opportunities to try things. You go through that U17 year is really tough. Like, I only had one of those because I came in for the back half of the 2 years with the the U18 year with the 03 birth year, and that was a pandemic year, and that was a tough year. I mean, we didn't medal. That was a hard year, but those hard years, I feel like, are the ones that you grow from the most. And then I had an opportunity to work with the '05s for 2 seasons, for the U17 year and their U18 year. And I mean, the U17 year, I remember like the first couple of games, I was like, we might not win a hockey game. Like, we might not win a hockey game all year. Like, once we started playing the USHL teams, it was,
Oh
I think
man.
they got scored on like 10 seconds into the first game. It's hard. And you're balancing things all the time because, you're competitive and you want to win, and these kids are competitive and they want to win. But, I needed to, I remember, I think I said it to the players at one point. I was like, in order for you guys to win a game, like, you're going to have to beat them and you're going to have to beat me, because like, I'm not coaching this to try to win. I had to go with like, we're trying to develop. So I've got guys, I'm healthy. I remember one weekend, like, I healthy scratched Will Smith and Ryan Leonard. Like, that's a bad coaching decision. Like, that is a bad, like, that is, you don't do that if you're trying
Now,
to win.
why'd you do
Like,
it? Why'd
What'd
you
they
do
do?
it?
What'd they do?
Were they
did
late to a
because-
meeting?
Yeah, we did it because those guys had played more games. They'd been playing games up with the U18 team. And remember, I think we were in Chicago and they were really, really good. And I'm like talking to myself. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I was like, I know this is the right thing to do, but like, I want to win. Like, what am I doing here? Like, I just scratching these guys are going to be first round picks in a year. And, but you go through that, and like, you go through where you coach differently. You view things differently, but I think from a development standpoint, like, it's an incredible place for not just the players, but also for the staff. And like, I grew a ton. Like, a lot of the stuff in practice, that I was able to try out and see if, basically, maybe a little differently than I'd ran practices in the past. Like, I still apply that stuff today, and that's in the NHL. Not everything, you don't practice as long, but I think that I was really able to kind of, fine tune some of my beliefs in all areas of coaching during those 3 years. And I know when I went back into the NHL after those 3 years to be an assistant coach in New York, like, I felt like a different coach from that experience. And so it was incredible. I think the timing of when I was able to kind of have that experience too, like, it couldn't come at a better time.
Did you just put it on the board so when they walked in, they saw that they were like under the fourth line? Or did you call those guys in and say, hey, guys, this is what we're doing? And what was the reaction?
Oh, you're saying at the NTDP?
Yeah,
It was changing all the time. Like, I had guys, I mean, it's that U17 year especially. It's like, you're not going to win a ton of games. Like we had a horrible record our U17 year, like, bad. And then I think we broke a lot of records, NTDP records in the
You
U18.
did.
Yeah,
You did.
because like I mean, it was hard. Like, it was like, I feel like, I forget what it was. Maybe it was like USHL home win we didn't have to like the end of the year. Or, I mean, our record was bad. I mean, I remember one we went out, we played Shattuck, and like when we lost to them, like Celebrini was on the team. Like, they had a good team. They were really well coached, but it was still like these kids were like devastated. And
my
like
God.
I could have been more mad, but it was also like, we got what we deserved. We lost the game. And like, so you go from that, but then the next year, I think that group like set a record for most NCAA wins.
Yeah.
Like a year later, it's wild. It's wild to see the growth that you can have in it after 1 year. But I think it was also like, guys were put in all these different situations. Like, you're taking guys that always played center. Like, no, you're going to play wing, and you're getting used to it. You're not putting guys in necessarily the best place for them on the power play. But I remember telling one guy, it's like, you're probably going to be playing the half wall in college and through the rest of your playing career. Like, I see that. I'm not naive to that, but like, why not go down to the goal line and kind of see the game from a different perspective? Like, you might not ever get this opportunity again. And like, you're taking the power play and the penalty kill and you switch them every 2 weeks, and you're not doing it like, I'm switching goalies in the middle of the game, switching goalies when they had a shutout. It's just switch. It's like, you're never going to do that again.
It's like
but it's
preseason.
like, you grow from it, and like, the players grew from it, and you just have to have a totally different, I think, approach and mindset to coaching during that year. And but there's still things that you can take away from it, even when you get back to, like, I guess, coaching a more traditional way, of just seeing the growth in players too, and they're put in some situations that maybe they haven't been in before, and how like these guys, like, the way that they can grow and the way they can like find new levels to their game. Like, I saw that firsthand, like, in a big way, especially with that 05 group. And like, that's a big thing that I'm definitely going to carry with me moving forward.
So who was with that group besides Will Smith and Ryan Leonard? Like, who else was with that group? And who's the one kid who you knew they were going to be so successful at the NHL level? Anybody stand out in terms of who just you loved coaching and you knew that they were going to be a star?
Oh, I mean, in a place like that, there's multiple guys. I mean, these guys you're talking about, multiple first rounders. Will Smith, Ryan Leonard, Gabe Perreault, like that. That ended up once we actually started to have like lines that we stayed with in the U18 year. Those guys played together most of the year, and like they like set a lot of records there individually. And Oliver Moore, Danny Nelson. I mean, it's again like it was a big group of guys. I mean, you see like, those first four names I mentioned, they're just playing regularly now in the NHL. Z Boyum on the back end, Drew Fortescue just, he played some games there with the Rangers. Aaron Maninian just signed a contract with Dallas. Trey Augustine was one of our goalies who just signed after this season, and obviously an incredible college career there for him. And there's going to be, others from that group too that I think will end up playing in the NHL. And so, yeah, it was a really good group, and it was great to be able to see kind of that whole from the U17 year to U18 year, and just how much that group just continued to grow.
What was the first thing you said to Sidney Crosby?
First thing?
First thing you said to him?
I mean, it's just the initial call right after I got the job. I think it was the first person I called after it became official. And
you're like, who are you?
With all the guys.
What's your name?
Are you 87, sir?
What number are you?
Probably was something I was like, so you probably have never heard of me.
What position do you play? We're going to try you on defense.
I might see you out games.
I think much like I think all the conversations, last summer, like when I got the job, it's like you just try to get to know people as people first. It's try to have normal conversations and get to know. This is the end of the day. This is a people business, and I think it's especially early on. You don't want to just jump right into the hockey. You just want to. Yeah, have a conversation and then have another conversation, and the hockey part will come. But I think, I think with everybody, that was the approach that I took and would take in the future to move forward.
All right, so you were an assistant at the NHL level, obviously, Nashville, New York Rangers, but I mean, it's not like you played 1,000 games in the league. So Crosby like knows your whole background, and you got Malkin, you got all these other superstars there. So was that intimidating at all for you? And how do you feel like you made things comfortable for everybody, for you, for them, just in terms of introducing yourself, for them to like believe that, listen, I'm the right guy for the job and I can help us get back to where we want to be and obviously have a great season like you guys had?
Well, I mean, I think kind of in line with what I was just saying, it's more at first just, I don't know, I got to be myself. Like I'm not, and I think that's even as I went through, like, I think every conversation I had with the players when I first got the job, even going back to the interview process of, I never had spoken with Kyle Dubas prior to this process starting. We didn't know each other. So it's like, I just, and I think that's something that's evolved for me is, I just come to the realization that, I have to be me. I got to be myself. I'm not going to try to be somebody that I'm not. I'm not going to try to, like my playing background is what it is. I wouldn't change that at all. Like I liked my path. Like it made me who I am, and so I wouldn't change any of that. I'm not going to pretend like I was something that I wasn't. And my path as a coach, like I've been so fortunate the people I've gotten to work with and the different experiences and different places I've been able to go to, and so now it's I'm just going to be myself, and that's the approach I think I took. With the players coming in and. It's an approach I've taken, with everything, I think, in terms of, being here. And it's the same thing, I think, especially, I think in New York, having had some time there in the league in Nashville, I think it was, probably even more, myself there than I was that first couple of years.
So walk us through when Kyle first reached out to you. We had him on too, man. A great conversation with Kyle last summer, but because you didn't have to go down to the American League and be a head coach down there and do some of that. Like, did you have opportunities to do that? And how do you think you were able to bypass that and just get a head coaching job in the National Hockey League as quickly as you did, even though you've been coaching for a long time? So when I say quickly, obviously you've paid your dues and you're certainly deserving of it. So that first conversation with Kyle, though, like, were you surprised when he reached out? Did somebody give you a heads up and say, hey, Kyle Dubas is going to be reaching out to you? Like, he just called one day? Like, walk us through that.
I don't think I had a heads up. No, he reached out just to, see if we could have an initial conversation. We did. It led to more conversations, Zoom calls. He was over at Worlds at the time. And then the process just, I guess, continued to evolve. And as we went through going to how did it pan out? I mean, I think the hockey world's a small world. I think there's, you never know in terms of, where a connection might fall, like, in terms of somebody bringing your name up. And so I think he was going through the process there. I know he's going through the process here, and my name came up, and I thought we had some real good initial conversations, and the conversations continued, and so it's but it just goes in. You never know when an opportunity is going to be there, and I hadn't coached in the American Hockey League. I hadn't really had opportunities to. I had talked to some teams, in the past over the years, some different teams, and nothing ever really ended up being the right fit, for them. And so that was fine. And, but I think the places that I did go to, like I said, having that head coaching experience, whether both in juniors and in at the NTDP, being able to be a part of, teams that had success at both of those places, and then also having the experience in two different NHL organizations. I know for me going into that interview process, like I felt fully prepared. It wasn't something where I was like, oof, there's something that's missing here. I don't know. Am I ready for this? Like that. And again, a credit to, I guess, those organizations that I'd worked for. Huge credit to Peter Laviolette, in terms of, the opportunities that he gave me, both in Nashville and in New York, and the things that he allowed me to do. I went in with a lot of confidence that these experiences that I've had, like, I have a plan. I have a belief system. I have values, and I feel like I can go in there and implement those things.
Are you making more money now than you were at Milton High School? What were they paying you at Milton?
Oh, Milton, I don't.
15 grand a year.
I mean, it was like a part-time job. I mean, my first full-time coaching job was at Williams College, and that was $6,000 a year.
I love it, man.
With no health insurance.
I love it. And you didn't care, right?
Just gotta do it, man.
No, it was a great year. It was awesome.
Yeah. I know, man.
Gotta do it.
No, I was living with like two basketball assistant coaches, the men's tennis coach. Like we had a duplex. Like nobody even had a key to it, and it was just you just worked all day, and you got to do a little bit of everything. Like it was awesome.
I love it.
I love hearing that.
I
man.
love it.
Hey, what was you're talking about scratching guys and this, that, and the other. I know it's different, of course, in NHL, especially with the group that you have. But like you look at last year, like what was a really maybe the most difficult decision you had to make? Did you have to sit somebody out that's been a veteran or anything like that pops in your head? Kind of a difficult situation as a young head coach.
Yeah, just that. Just what you just said. I mean, we had a number of veteran guys, like guys that I have like a high level of respect for as players, as people, and having those guys out of the lineup, like it's not easy. Like that's something that like that keeps you up at night, especially because there's just great guys, like just guys that have been in the league, things that they've done, just the level of respect I have for them. And there was a number of them. I mean, I think with they just there was a number of them, and it felt like it was a lot. And so like that's hard, but it's you just got to be honest with people. You got to treat people with respect. You got to be honest. You got to be upfront. You can't try to hide behind it or sugarcoat it, or just you just got to do it. And the guy, and a huge credit too to the guys, the group that we had and the veterans that were out. They were great, I mean, and there were, like I said, there was a number of them. I mean, Kevin Hayes was one that one was definitely tough. Like, he was out of the lineup, a good amount. He came in, he got hurt right at the beginning of training camp. He came in great shape too. And so it was unfortunate it happened, but like the first day of training camp, he gets hurt. And then, so he's out for a while. And then it's always hard. I think when you start a season out of the lineup and you're trying to catch up, and unfortunately, like when he came in like to the lineup, he was playing poorly. We just weren't winning. Like it was kind of during a stretch where we weren't at our best. And then there was some other guys came in and they kept themselves into the lineup, and but that's tough. But like even him, like I have so much respect. I had so much respect for him coming into the year, not knowing him, just knowing his reputation as a player and as a person. And I respect him even more because, like, what an incredible teammate he is. Like,
He's the best,
incredible.
man.
Like, towards the top of my list in terms of anybody I've ever coached. You talk about a guy that you put in your locker room who can make a difference. And, like, I think, we had a good environment this year, a really good environment. Guys were excited to come to the rink every day. Guys like Kevin Hayes helped make that happen. And so, it was tough, but I think he can still play. And I think he can help a team for sure. There's no question. Like, this is a kind of guy, just an incredible teammate, incredible person. And he credit to him. Like, he just came and worked every single day, never complained, never said anything. He just a great teammate, all the stuff behind the scenes. And, at the end of the season too, like, he got an opportunity, he got back in and played some games and he played fucking awesome. Like, he played really well. And it's just really cool to see. Here's a guy who, there's different roads you easily could have taken during this year, but all you did was you just kept working. You kept doing the right things. You kept, being a great teammate. You kept, doing things that behind the scenes are helping this team win. And then, you get those games at the end of the year and, like, you just, from being out of the lineup for a long time like that, like, he played awesome and it was really great to see. And
How's that Ben Kendall? I love watching that kid play. I mean, he's 18 years old. Like, it wasn't like he was like a top 5 pick. So it was a high pick. I think he went like 11th overall or something like that. So not a huge shock to see him in the National Hockey League, but to see him just get around the ice and make plays and have success early on in the year. Like, how long did it take for him to earn your trust as a coach?
It kept growing more and more as we went through training camp. So, like, we were up in Buffalo watching the rookie camp and, like, all right, he's getting better and better. And, like, obviously, this is a kid who, everybody's excited about. But then you get into main camp and it's like, all right, it's going to get harder for you. And so we'll see how this goes. And, like, pretty early on too, I mean, he's just playing with a high level of confidence and, like, he was just playing, it wasn't like the moment of, being in an NHL training camp wasn't too big for him. And I think it was the first exhibition game. I believe our first exhibition game was in Montreal, goes to overtime. And I think he might have been the last, he went to a shootout. I think he was like the last shooter and he missed. But even like his whole game, I'm like, this kid's got a ton of confidence. And, like, even after, like, you get to, you're up in Montreal, the place is packed during exhibition games. And, like, he's in, like, the spotlight right away, even though it's exhibition. Like, just seeing how he handled those moments was impressive. And it's thinking, so this is a great experience for him. But then training camp continued. It just kept getting better. And, like he kept being in more of these big situations and big moments, even during exhibition games. He just kind of kept checking those boxes. When I had mentioned it during the season, I think to our reporters, but, like, that really stood out was we were in Detroit. And so we're on the road and we don't have, like, as many veteran guys. Like, you might have a little bit more than the minimum that you have to have. And so, but, like, they got some of their guys in there, and I think it was his first shift. Like, I'm just rolling lines. It just happened to be against Patrick Kane, and it comes back. I was like, "How cool is that?" Huh? I was like, out there against Patrick Kane. I was like, "Here's what I'm gonna do, bud." I was like, "I'm gonna get you out there against him as much as possible in the game." And, like, I'm kind of expecting he'd be like, "Oh, okay, that's fine," but, like, he was like, there was like a smile on his face. It's like, "All right, do it."
Yeah, bring it
He
on.
wanted that challenge, and then at the end of that game, we're up and he kind of, like, he ends up, I wanted to get him out there a little bit for some of the 5-on-6, but he ended up being stuck out there for like 2 minutes. Like, they just couldn't get it changed. So it wasn't even something like I wanted him out there for that long, but, like, exhausted. Like, and he was awesome. Like, he just handled it so well, where I feel like, I walked out of there being like not a lot of, like, 18-year-olds are going to be able to kind of handle these situations the way he has. And so, you just kind of keep an open mind and we'll see how he continues to check boxes. And that's all he did. He just kept checking those boxes. And then, it's, it was great to see. And he's a kid too, who I think, like, he still wants more. Like, he wants more. He wants to keep finding higher levels. Like, he wasn't satisfied. I didn't feel like he came into this year and, like, walked out of it like, all right, I just played in the NHL as an 18-year-old, or turned 19 at the end of the season. He's like, he wants more. And, I always think with a young players in general, it's not about, like, I'm always looking for what are you going to do after something doesn't go well? Like when that mistake, if it's a turnover that ends up in the back of the net, what are you doing on the next shift? Like it's not about the mistake. It's about what are you doing after the mistake? Because it's a game of mistakes. So like they happen all the time. Nobody's ever played a perfect hockey game. But like, what are you doing after? Like, are you going to get away from your game? Are you going to try to make a play that next shift? Or are you going to now just start to totally play it safe and play on your heels? And, I thought that was probably a big thing that I saw from him, especially early on in the season was like, he just kept playing, and that's what you want to see. And he's a guy who he works on both sides of the puck. He's, I think I know he has a really, really high hockey IQ, but it's not just on the offensive side. It's also on the defensive side. And yeah, great guy. And yeah, I'm excited to see his continued growth here moving forward.
All right, I love hearing that.
Me too.
Hey, what was your reaction when Crosby gets hurt at the Olympics?
Oh, God.
How long did it take you to call Kyle Dubas, be like, how bad is it? How long is he going to be out?
Yeah.
And then you guys just stayed afloat when he was out, though. That could have been a really bad turning point for your team, and you guys were able to find ways to win games and get points before he got back, and obviously helped you guys make the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, my first thought on that was more just thinking about him. Like it's Sidney Crosby. You're talking about he's one of this game's all-time greats, and I know how much like you get, and now I really see it because I get a chance to see it every single day. The way he works, the way he prepares, his passion for the game, like just. Yeah, it's like it's at a different level. And so, it's how much a tournament like that means, especially after, not playing for so long. So my only thought was really for him and, just thinking of him. And yeah, it was tough to see. But you saw the way he handled it too. I mean, just the class that he has being on the ice after that final game. I mean, that's the difference. That's why he's in that select special category of not just hockey players, but I think of athletes, that we've come over the last however long. And so, and then you get that stretch and injuries happen. It's the same thing we had when other guys went down. It's, somebody else is going to have to, it's not going to be one person who's going to have to elevate. Like we're going to have to elevate by committee, and we have to have multiple people doing that. And I think that's what we had during that stretch, with Sid being out, and Gino was out there for a stretch of time as well, and so other guys, I think, just there wasn't anything other than you just got to find a way, and it's when somebody's out, it's an opportunity for somebody else to step up, and maybe it's a little bit more time 5-on-5, maybe it's different situations 5-on-5, maybe it's now you're going to get that crack on the power play. What are you going to do with it? And because we need you to do something with it, we need somebody to step up here and do different things. And during part of that stretch, like Erik Karlsson really, like, I mean, he played incredible hockey. But like there was a stretch of time while Sid was out, and we're in this push to make the playoffs, like a hard push, and like, I mean, it's a grind, and we're playing, like, I think we played 17 games in March. It was just ridiculous, but it was like it's a crazy schedule. But you got to find a way. Like you can't look at any of this other than like, all right, this is the schedule. You can't change it. We focus on what we control. We need guys stepping up, and a lot of guys did. Erik Karlsson like went to like superhuman levels for part of that. Like there was a stretch of time I'm like, this is the best right now, this is the best defenseman in the world. And like there was some of those games I'm like, this might be the best player in the world today. Like the way he played during that stretch where we were, again, we were fighting for the playoffs was incredible to see. And he had a great year overall. So that's not saying the other stretches weren't good, but it was like, that's what you need. Guys are out. We need other people to step it up. And we had a number of guys do it, but he took his game to a whole new level.
How's that Gino Malkin? I mean, he seems like the funniest guy on the planet. Does he ever bang on your door and bring a stick in there and say, give me puck? Like anything like that? Like I can picture him doing stuff like that.
I haven't had that yet. We'll see what goes. He's awesome. He's awesome. Another guy, he's just such a competitor. Like it's not just games, it's practice. Like he just wants to win every day. It doesn't matter what we're doing. He wants to win. Like just loves the game, and it's really cool, with him and with Sid and Tanger and Carl and all these guys, that have been, those guys that have been here for so long, but also the guys that have been doing it for so long, to see that continued passion for the game, and that like it doesn't change, it just keeps getting better. And yeah, it's awesome to see. And he had a great year. I mean, to see it firsthand, you coach against them, and then you see it from afar for all these years, but then you see it on a daily basis. It's pretty special.
Yeah.
Anthony Mantha had a great year for you guys too, man. Hey, what'd you learn about the whole Crosby Ovi experience? Like when they're playing each other, right? I mean, it was at the end of the season, maybe in the last game of the year or whatever, and people are wondering, is this going to be Ovi's last game? Like, do you just kind of get out of the way and let them do their thing, after games, during games? Just that relationship and what they've meant to the NHL is just so different. What was that like to kind of be a part of it?
Yeah, I think it's what you said. Stay out for me. Is just got to coach the game, stay out of the way. I think you look back and you appreciate those different things when you see it. Like guys like that going up against each other, and like you think about how long like those games have been going on. I mean, it's incredible. But I think in the moment, I just got to focus in on that game and winning that game, and the rest of it's part of it. I think you probably appreciate it more a little bit after the fact.
Yeah, we got a couple more for you, man. You've been great. Every coach after especially when you're young like you are, you learn from your first year. Like, is there anything specifically that you're like, okay, we have to fix this. I need to be better at this, or whatever it is?
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, it's a lot of like, I think it's like, I don't know if I came out of there saying like there's one big thing, but there's a lot of little things that you always want to, get better at. And honestly, as you go through the summer, for me, I feel like more things will probably come up. Like yeah, I've always kind of approached it that way. I think it's like you want to get better. Like I don't want to be the same. If I'm the same coach I was this past year, next year, then like I didn't do anything that's going to benefit our organization over the summer. I didn't reflect, or I didn't try to make progress in different areas. And so I didn't think it was necessarily like one big thing, but I think there's a number of things, and some of it's from actual coaching on ice standpoint. There'll be some things that I think from a big picture leadership standpoint, working with others, whatever it might be. I think you learn and you grow as you go through the course of a year. And so, I think anytime you're in a new organization, and while I've been a head coach before, I've never been a head coach at this level. Like, so it's probably going to be even more coming off of that first year than maybe you'll have in future years. But I think you should always be looking at it that way. I mean, it's even in years where everything seems to go right, you should always be able to look back and say, all right, well, how am I going to be better next year? How can I do this a little bit better? Sometimes it's just a way you're having conversations with people, or you communicate. Sometimes it's, with the certain things with everybody. Sometimes it's looking at things from a more individual standpoint, but there's always room to grow. And I think that's an exciting part of coaching. It's like, just like you ask the players, like, all right, come back and be a better player next year, or find a way to get a little bit better over the summer. I think we should be asking ourselves to do the same thing.
Yeah. How'd the playoff series get away from you guys against Philly? Like, how do you reflect on that series, and what was the difference ultimately, in your opinion?
The first two games, especially. I mean, we lost the third game as well. I thought we started playing better in the third game. Yeah, they credit to them, number one. Like, I think they made it really difficult, and I didn't think that we just weren't as sharp as we had been when that series started. And so that's one of the areas. You talk about things that I got to be better with. I got to do a better job of making sure in those situations, like, we're ready to go from day one. And that'll definitely be one you reflect back, and you make sure that you grow from here as we go through the summer. But those first two games, I didn't feel like we started to find our game the third game. And then, obviously we, able to win a couple. And then, that game, game 6 on the road, like, I thought we played probably our best game. It just couldn't score. And so that's hockey. That happens. But even there, it's like, can't just say just that. It's like, you can find ways to make sure, all right, if we're in similar types of situations in the future, what could we be doing a little bit differently? What could we emphasize? Because it's not just like it's not just that preparation, like those few days going into a playoff series. Like for me, it goes back even further. It's what things can we be doing maybe a little bit differently, or what things can I emphasize even more as we go through the course of a year to ensure that, when then in a situation like that again, we could be even better and we can be even sharper. And so you look back on the summer, you spend time, you reflect, and you find ways to get better.
All right, last thing for you. You got the Stanley Cup final coming up. And I know you've been watching the playoffs. So Vegas and Carolina, are you surprised that either of those teams found their way all the way to the Stanley Cup final? And how do you look at this final between these two teams? What can fans expect in this one?
I think the hockey's it's going to be awesome. My surprise, no. I mean, you've seen Carolina knocking on the door for so long. And you saw, I think the way that even that Ottawa series, I mean, Ottawa's a really good team this year.
Yeah.
Really good. Like I don't think people gave them enough credit. And that was a hard team to play against. And so I have that first round like that. And then they've just continued to roll. I mean, one loss when it was what is it, 11 days off, I think they've always been really hard to play against, like really hard. The puck pressure that they have, the way that they play a really unique style. And I think everything's elevated here for them in the playoffs, and like things are clicking on all cylinders. You've got guys, they're like the way Hall's playing right now. Keandre Miller, a guy that, I got a chance to know and work together with for a couple of years. Like his game is awesome. Like right
What's
now.
the biggest difference in his game now? Like he's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I can't believe New York would move on from him when you see him play at this level, but what's he doing differently? Like what's he done to elevate his game to play at the level he is at now?
I mean, I think it's players evolve, players grow. I think there's a consistency maybe. I don't know. Like it's just I think that you see that. I feel like we see this fair amount. It's he's a guy who he's I think embraced that opportunity, and I think his games even over the course of this year, from the times from coaching against him, like it's just continued to grow and continue to evolve. And I think it's obviously it seems like it's a good fit there for him in terms of system wise and the way that they play. So great to see, excited for him and to see the success that he's had. And then, and Anderson, the way he's playing, everything. They got one loss in the playoffs. So,
They're hard to deal with.
And on the flip side with Vegas, the way that they've been playing too, is like you flip a coin. I mean, this year, I think the series is going to be awesome. I think it is. I think it's going to be really good hockey. And it shouldn't be a surprise. I mean, it is. The playoffs are so hard. So anybody to be able to get to this point, they've been doing a lot of the right things, and they've been doing it, consistently now for, 3 series. So.
All right, man.
Should be good. Hey,
all the best.
We're rooting for you.
Go pick those kids up from school now. Always
Hang
enjoy
with the children.
Enjoy the quiet time before they come home.
Exactly. Summer goes by quick. You know that.
It does. Well, it's great talking with you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me on.
Thanks, Dan.
Appreciate it, Dan.
buddy.
All the
Right
best,
on.
man. We'll be in touch.
We'll see you.
All right, that was Dan Muse. Great coach, man. I wish him nothing but the best. I could see why he's been successful. Very intelligent, very smart, the way he sees the game, how he breaks down the game, how he relates with people. He gets veterans playing for him. He gets young kids playing for him. He's paid his dues. He's respected by quality head coaches who have had a lot of success in this league and have gone on to win Stanley Cups.
Yeah.
And he's just getting started, Cam.
I know he is. And he's in a really good situation, too.
And good on Kyle to recognize that.
Damn right. Yeah. I bet you they got a pretty good relationship,
Yes.
both young, in the game, probably think a little bit differently than maybe some old school coaches
Correct.
and GMs alike. So I'm rooting for that team, man.
Yeah.
I would say, though, if I'm him, like, if I see fucking Sidney Crosby on a daily basis, I just would want to pick his brain every second of
Every
the day.
day.
And you can't do that. You got to let him be.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd be like, what do you think? How can you not look at him?
No, I know.
Malkin,
But same thing.
Malkin, I'm not talking. I don't care.
Yeah, but
I need,
why not?
because I need a guy. I just need Crosby.
Okay, fine.
I would be obsessed with picking his brain because he ain't going to be there much longer. You're a young coach.
He raved about Erik Karlsson, though, too.
And Carlson, too. He raved about Kevin Hayes.
Kevin Hayes.
Yeah.
Everyone loves Kevin Hayes.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He's
we
just a
love
great
him.
locker room guy.
Yeah.
All right, so Dan Muse, man, we appreciate him for joining us on this edition of the Chemistry Podcast, presented by Stiefel, baby. Stiefel, where success meets success. Firstform.com/Chemistry. Use our link and get that protein today. I am loading up on protein.
You getting horny?
Can you tell? How?
Take your shirt off.
No,
take your shirt off.
Jesus.
No. I just did a literally commercial with my shirt off.
In the hot tub?
Yes.
For spas and more?
And sauna and pool and cold tub.
Oh, you did the cold tub too?
Did all that. I got it done in an hour.
Wow.
And I told Angie, I go, if Andy was here, we would be here for 5 fucking hours.
Is that what you told her?
Yes. I go, I fucking zipped through this. I knew my lines.
Did she give you the lines in advance?
Yes.
Okay, good. Spas and more. Who puts the in spa?
Spas and more.
2 locations. Check it out and check it out today. Spas and more STL on Instagram. If you want to follow them on Instagram, spasandmorestl.com. Firstform.com/Cam and Strick. Use our link and use it today. Chevy, Jim Butler Chevrolet is the Chevy powerhouse,
baby. Only shit kickers buy from there.
I'm getting a truck, boy. I'm hauling some
you
shit.
have to.
I'm hauling rocks.
You got to be a shit kicker, so they're gonna have to evaluate
How
you a
dare
little
you.
bit. You know,
How dare you?
You got to pass the test.
Fine.
Straight fucking Missouri shit kicking, baby.
Blue Note Roofing. He's a shit kicker. David
Hell yeah,
Novak.
he is.
314-920-5713. Call him today. You have storm or hail damage. He's your guy. We're broadcasting from our Window World studios, baby. Window World. 800 Get Windows. 800 Get Windows.
800.
Window World St. Louis.com. Check out their website. Get those windows, man. Save some money and do it today.
Hell yeah.
Easy Tiger.
Mind right.
Get your mind right. EasyTigerAZ.com for more. Check out some of their apparel, and they deliver, man.
We need
Nationwide, they'll deliver, and it's they're available nationwide now.
Yes.
It's not just in Arizona.
Yep. Check them out.
So all over the place, baby. So
do your research on it too.
Do your research.
Yep.
Maddie, thanks for all your
Thanks,
help
Maddie.
today.
Thank you.
Dan Muse, thank you.
Thank you, Danny boy.
Enjoy the Stanley Cup final. Game 4 tonight. We'll have, who knows where we're going to be next year or next week when we do this show. Or is the playoffs still going to be going on, or are we going to be done?
Where are we
then?
going?
No, are we going?
Belize?
I'm going to the Dominican Republic this week, though, baby.
Ooh, fucking, we might not see Andy again.
Don't say that because I'm a little nervous about it.
Oh, man. Don't be stupid.
I'm not.
Walking around
Would you-
fucking aloof.
Hey, listen,
Hi, everybody.
Hey,
I'm on TV.
I'm leaving it to you. If something goes down, you got to call Pujols, dude.
Okay.
No, you got to call Pujols, Manny Ramirez.
No, we'd have to call
Big Papi.
We'd have to call higher up and listen.
Those are higher ups.
Those fucking guys don't know goddamn shit down there. They're not hanging with the. We have to call somebody.
Pujols?
We'd have to call
He's
somebody. From
married to the president's daughter.
we would. The U.S. would be like, oh my God, we have an American missing in Dominican with family. I'll fucking pump that up so
you
much.
have to.
I'll call my boys
Yeah.
to fucking get some
Yes.
shit kicking motherfuckers
But I think Albert is married to the Dominican president's daughter.
We need
So
military action. Those
Okay.
guys are going to be like, we don't know anything about American here. No, we'd have to save you. I'll call my fucking people. We'll get some fucking Navy SEALs to come get you.
Just think of me.
Don't be stupid.
God dang.
Walking around in the beach at night, like, I'm going to get in the water. Don't do it. That water will suck you back
Oh
so
my God, I
goddamn
ain't doing
fast your
that.
fucking head will spin.
I'll be in my room, dude.
Come over here. Come here. Let me see.
Laurie, help me.
Lori, take the kids. I'm on TV. They need me.
They need me. We're really
All right, let's
good.
go.
All right.
We love you guys.
All right.
See you, dudes.
Adios. Subscribe today, baby.
Check out
Enjoy
YouTube.
the final.
Love you guys. Bye.
Yerk! Let's go! Cam's a shit kicker, 2 bombs in the league. Soul Dragon Cougars, no time for fatigue. And he's a shit talker, stirring up the show. Never played a shift, but he's ready to go.